Always had a band that filled up the pause time at the start of a game. That is a sick way to do things. Welcome, everybody, to the tiebreaker day. PARIVISION versus Team Spirit. I'm Cap, joined by none other than the glorious Cinderin.
It's me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's right. The person who has the dubious honor of having attended every single TI is either a player or a commentator.
Why is this the intro to this game?
It's in your Wikipedia.
Okay.
It's in the fun facts about you. You want to know your other fun fact?
No.
That Cinderin means the culprit in Danish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
Why did you choose that?
It's a pretty boring story. Unlike this game, Cap, this would be a fun story.
Yes.
Because we have a very polarizing lineup, I would say. The Radiant strategy versus the Dire here are two complete clashes of styles, where the PARIVISION lineup is very early oriented with this Chen Brood putting pressure around the map together with Batrider. They mix in obviously the scaling heroes of TA and Alchemist with some minus armor and that mid-game prowess. On the side of Spirit, maybe a little bit slower, also good lanes, but they're very good at skirmishing. The Dire lineup is incredible at 2v2s, 3v3s. The team fighting can be great too, especially because of the Doom being able to prevent the Chen from saving targets and from Alk from healing. But so much in this game, in my opinion, is down to the early laning stage, because if Team Spirit get off the ground running and they just keep skirmishing around the map, PARIVISION might not get comfortable and hit their stride. But if things go well for them, they could be looking at a completely ridiculous mid-game on the Radiant side. So interesting to see what's going to happen early.
Now, Team Spirit did get their hands on Doom, a hero that Malik has not played at this tournament. Is one of his most played heroes, but he's been playing so many other heroes at this DreamLeague that apparently he just hadn't gotten his hand on Doom. And what a great Doom game. Matched up against an Alchemist, I feel like you got to be happy, right?
Yeah, that matchup in itself is great, of course. The downside to Doom here is you're playing against a lot of minus armor, and your hero is actually classically countered by this. We saw yesterday Waska tried to run a Slardar as well against 33's Doom. Didn't win, but you saw some moments of, okay, this is why this used to be a thing, where the Doom is just deceptively frail when he gets all that minus armor applied. And on top of that, you're playing into, obviously, the Batrider who can reposition you into these physical damage heroes. So definitely got to be a bit careful, but it's a glass half full, glass half empty kind of situation. What do you want to focus on? Because the positives of the hero are definitely clear as well, of being able to counter the Alk and also the Chen. So it's kind of a double whammy here.
I feel like as long as there's positives, then it's always kind of good for Doom, because the negatives you can itemize out of, right?
That's fair.
Which is something that Doom, specifically alongside Alchemist, are better heroes at it, because they just naturally generate more gold than other people. Slowed down a bit, though. And here comes some of that physical damage. Rue's going to try and come in and dissuade them from finishing off Malik. He does have some stick charges, so he turns around and punishes Crystallis a little bit. Now, the trade-off there, they almost killed the Doom, but they did manage to get a successful hard camp pull, which will pull the creep wave back and maybe even force them to miss some CS. So all around, still good for Spirit, I would say.
Yeah, I think when you're playing Doom Nyx, if you kind of float the lane, they are losing it, which I think is to be expected despite the Nyx being good against Chen and the Alk being good against Chen. It's just, you're good at, how to say, negating impact of the enemy 5, but you don't put any pressure yourselves onto Alk. Nyx Doom is, on paper, a very weak and greedy lane, so the fact that it's doing okay is honestly fine. Like, they don't need to do great.
Our mid matchup. How's this matchup supposed to go?
Historically, this was a great lane for TA. Nowadays, it's actually... Oh, that's important for no one that he missed there. That's a nice little extra bottle value. Actually, I can't say with confidence how this lane goes right now. I want to say it's relatively even, but maybe TA still pulls ahead at level 5.
Malik, they're fighting out in the bottom lane. Malik is getting very, very low. Does have a Lotus on Crystallis, so they do have the advantage on the side of PARIVISION. That's why they're trying to get aggressive.
They forced a Blood Grenade out of Rue there to slow down the Alk, so that's also a little win. No one preparing for a Water Rune. Let's see if Larl lets him get it. Does he have Tornado ready?
He does. Tornado Cold Snap is ready to go. So, is he going to Tornado and go for the Wisdom Rune to pick it up? Or deny it? Like, is he going to Tornado him, deny it so he can't get the refill on his bottle? Because that's probably the way you win this matchup. It was a bad matchup before, but I assume Invoker, if he does win it, is through harassing the Templar Assassin and keeping him out of getting refills on the bottle.
Yeah, if TA runs out of mana, this is an Invoker favored lane. So that's your ultimate goal. And I do think there is a play here where you Tornado and deny the rune. I agree. I think if you Tornado and try to take it, it's probably a bit... You get very compromised on position. We'll see.
Laurel, Tornado, and there's the deny. Well played. No refill for no one. And the other side is going to be taken by 9 class.
Yeah. So now, the best thing that could happen to no one is that one of his teammates dies, so they can TP refill his bottle. For his individual game, obviously that's not necessarily great for the overall game.
Oh, got him! That's your first blood. Rue just barely got sniped by Ducalis there for the final bit of damage. So the Alchemist lane continues to win 26-5, so pretty much even with the Gyrocopter, who's also free farming. But they're going to get aggressive here and see if they can kick Malik as the creep wave is going to die under tower, see if they can push him away. Rue is going to deal with the Chen creep while he can and try and drag some of these creeps back, but now they're both a little bit low, though Crystallis has dove in pretty deep, and with the healing salve going in, now the blood grenade, they're just wanting to get some punishment on Crystallis, and they'll get a good amount. Some decent damage. Don't think there's any way they could kill him.
Surprised Rue backed out from that. He had Impale the whole time. If he would have pursued that, I think that might have been a kill there. But perhaps a little bit worried about the counterplay. That would have been really, really nice for their lane to find that comeback, but I guess forcing Alchemist to run back to base is almost as good.
Yeah.
He's missing a similar amount of time. You just don't get the gold and experience influx on your heroes, but he's losing the same, more or less.
Malik gets to play a little bit of time in the lane solo, which is nice. Sooner we can get level 6, the more you threaten the Alchemist, and the less the Alchemist can threaten you in return. Gonna go for the Chen. Crystal is back into play though, chasing after Rue. It looks like they've got him. Fairly easy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Though maybe Malik with the creep wave pushing in, he could get access to Lotus, which again, not the worst thing in the world, honestly. If this Doom is getting solo experience and Lotuses and stuff like that.
I'm surprised Malik hasn't devoured anything.
Oh, he hasn't killed any neutral creeps? Yeah, that's weird.
Can't he just devour Chen's mana burn creep?
I assume that creep is not level 4? Otherwise, yeah, I would. Anybody know what level?
Chen's Mind Stealer is level 4, it looks like.
Okay.
So yeah, he can't devour that one. So yeah, okay, fair enough. What would he have had access to then?
Devour level 1 is, it says creep max level 4.
Oh yeah.
So he could have it. Maybe he just hasn't been able to get close enough for it?
I feel like there's been plenty of opportunities. Maybe there's something here I don't know about this interaction, but I would have expected.
Well, surely he takes one of these two, right? The Mind Stealer or the extra movement speed?
Oh, he has cooldown now, so no choice.
Oh, yeah.
He devoured a creep in the lane. But yeah, you would think that if he could devour the mana burn creep, that would have changed the outcome of the entire lane. Because getting that aura for himself and the Nyx, and having the mana burn against Alk would have been really good. Huh. Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe we both just...
This is a very early movement. They actually pick up level 6 on this hard camp. So move from the carry pre-level 6 to try and invade the jungle. This is happening so early that PARIVISION really can't do anything to stop it.
Yeah, Invoker is amazing for this.
Dire's middle tower
Him just being there kind of prevents them from making a counterplay. TA is not ready to go and fight there. So really liking that play call from Spirit to get that invasion going. The top lane, haven't really talked about it too much. Gyro is doing well. Brute is also doing fine. Gyro obviously pulling ahead here. Satanic with really good farm, plus that steal of the stack that you just mentioned. And he'll have Alacrity too. This is going to be a nasty Gyro later down the line.
All right, good play from Decisive. He reads the fact that they want to go through the gate because it's a level 6 Doom. So you want to use that Doom, but you probably can't do it alone. You need a little bit of help. So if they were to have gone through the gate, could have easily sandwiched the Alchemist and gotten a kill for it, but just the Chen being there dissuades all that. Tornado EMP coming out. Invis Rune going to be snatched away by Rue. Hits the Impale. They burn through the Refraction. Now Malk is going to join in. Immediate Doom is going to be used. No one tries to get the kill on Rue. In return, will kill his Courier, failing on the hero. DM, meanwhile, going in for a dive in top lane. Satanic. He's bailed out by Miposhka, and with the help of Laurel now TPing in, they're going to chase after Decisive. Slow him down with another Blood Grenade. This one should help them get the kill. Satanic. He backs away. He's not going to die. DM gets hit by the Tornado as well, so he even cops a bit of damage. Oh, Chrysalis came through the gate and chased after the Gyrocopter. So DM and Chrysalis were able to get the kill on the carry towards the end of it all. Miposhka, he stacked up some poison. That's all he's going to do before he dies.
Great rotations. All around, really. The Doom move onto the TA was nice. This move from PARIVISION just as good. Playing with the numbers and the angles. In the meantime, they also managed to... Oh, actually, he didn't manage to stack the Ancients. They're only the hard camp. Laurel is thinking about maybe getting in there. He'll at least take half the experience from TA on those camps.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice. Malik, who no longer has Doom, no longer that much of a threat. And Chrysalis wants to show him he's not scared of the big man. Disruption into Tornado EMP, interrupting no one as he was trying to farm up the triangle, take some of those stacks. Oh, Rue. Awkward timing there on the Spike Carapace. Doesn't turn around the melt hit, and as a result, he's gonna die here. Trade out for the Templar Assassin, though. Still good for Spirit.
I wonder if they're gonna find a way to steal these stacks. Miposhka was maybe thinking about it, starting to Shadow Poison them up, but decides it's too risky. Satanic just wants to get back to lane. Running the 3-0-3 build on Gyro. I feel like we usually see 2-0-4 or 4-0-2, right? Or actually rather 4-1. Now that I think about it, I guess it's... You generally max out Flak Cannon as fast as you can on carry Gyro. I think that's the most common thing. So it's 1-1-4 or 2-0-4. But this time he went 3 in the barrage.
Yeah.
So interesting to see that.
Very much laning focus, particularly since he's against a Broodmother, right? You figure you want as many Flak Cannon shots as possible.
Yeah, you could also make the argument that it's really valuable to have the barrage because then Brood cannot go on you with insatiable hunger. You're just too overpowering.
Sure.
So maybe that's part of the plan here. Or we're theory crafting the crap out of it and he misclicked.
No, I'm sure this, I'm sure it helped them like win the lane early on against a Broodmother, right?
Yeah.
But
did you see if he was 3-0-2 or 2-0-3? Because I think that makes a pretty big difference for the read. If he wasn't 3-0-2, I would be way more likely to think it was a mistake. But he skilled it.
I did not see. Rue running around with his invis is under the sight of 2 different sentries. They're trying to bait him right now. Rue is not going to take that bait. He's going to try and go in around the other side. Malik drops the Doom on the Batrider here and is trying to get out from underneath the flames. Now a disruption, demonic purge. Tornado's coming in. Is that going to be enough? It doesn't actually land, but Malik is still able to get away somehow. How did that unstable concoction not finish him off? That was so close, but PARIVISION going to be heavily countering this bottom lane. Team Spirit bring this full swing of heroes to help out Malik's Doom.
That was such a short concoction. He held it for like half a second, and he had to throw it there because he saw Invoker come in from the left. And if he gets tornadoed, he'll never be able to land it. Yeah, playing on the margins there, Spirit, very nice. They get those kills. They're going to try to turn it into some tower pressure as well with their Gyro and Invoker down there. In the meantime, Rue is just going to maintain... He's going to stay a thorn in Chen's side for the foreseeable future. Now Vendetting up. What's the plan? Looking to maybe find an angle onto no one. This time there's no sentry.
With the Broodmother coming in, it's not as simple as just going on the Chen.
It's getting them a lot of info.
Might be able to hit. Oh no!
Oh, the tornado hit!
It still landed. EMP. They have a lot of damage to follow that up, and the Broodmother is dead. They try to pressure the mid lane, but it just ends up feeding the Gyrocopter a bunch of spiders and giving Team Spirit a kill. And now they're the ones who are going to pressure this mid tower instead. Satanic being super active on this gyrocopter. Really like seeing it. Disruption into Impale. It's a little awkward because he does have the cliff area to play around, so he's going to be able to fly back out of sight. PARIVISION pushing forward. Maposka does end up dying. Casual 3-shot there from no one, and Team Spirit have found that they have overstayed their welcome. Not able to finish off the tower, have to retreat.
Yeah, that defensive call down is probably going to cost them mid. Now they don't have that for this tower, and they might throw out a casual Tornado EMP, but they're not going to be able to hold this. Glyphing for now will delay the inevitable. This belongs to PARIVISION. Starting to open up the map now with 2 towers taken with this Brood Chen combo minute 13. Not out of the ordinary. It's not really cause for major concern for Spirit. It's more about what happens in the next few minutes with this pressure all around.
So what
starts being a problem?
What would be a really bad sight for Team Spirit in these next couple of minutes? What does PARIVISION want to get done?
I think if they can kill DM once or twice with this Nyx Invoker combo, that's going to alleviate a ton of pressure, because the main issues I see revolve around the Brood. So far, so good.
Oh, the Centaur stun comes through. Got aggroed off of the flat cannons, and then he was surrounded by spiders.
A little bonus, too. Very nice. Inside of Spirit.
Yeah. Team Spirit's just playing grouped up a lot and are finding extra kills all the time off of it.
The concern that you could have in this stage of the game is if Brood gets comfortable up there and there's also TA traps, that it's hard to navigate the map. Oh, that is not going to work for Malik, I think.
I mean, he burned him out of mana, so he can't TP out.
But... oh.
He's like...
okay. Well...
Bad right, it's like, oh, he's going to come back down.
Becomes a guessing game there.
He just stayed up
That's
there.
That's funny. He was dead regardless. I think Invoker and Nyx were coming through the gate, but
yeah.
Now he didn't get that info, I think.
That's true.
This rotation.
This move might find a second kill.
Or at least waiting around on... oh, Elk is going to TP in. If they see this somehow, Rue doesn't have ulti though, but he does have the Watcher.
He has the Watcher.
Scan.
And, yeah, good scan.
Chrysalis knows.
So maybe instead... the mid tower is still really low.
Look how defensively he's farming. He's just hiding under his tower with Radiance, not even hitting the creeps.
Yeah.
Finally goes for one swing there and will head north.
That is the part that's really dangerous, right? It's a Nyx assassin who's out there, and he could just lead with Spike Carapace stun.
Yes.
Because you have Radiance, so...
9 class. He'll see Nyx here.
And runs away.
Yeah.
So does Rue. Rue doing, I think, a really good job. I think he's making a good read of where sentries are. I feel like this is multiple times that he has been near a sentry trap and hasn't been caught. Now sentry's gonna get dropped, but it doesn't matter. Rue, he may have missed the impale, but they still have the Spike Carapace, and Malik comes in to clean up the kill.
This is actually the biggest cause for concern, in my opinion, for PARIVISION in this game, is how bad 9 class's game is. He's been a player for them that has done a lot of lifting on the position 4, and he is dirt poor this game. 2,800 net worth minute 16. Bad Rider can easily become a liability. This hero is, in my opinion, one of the most item-dependent 4s in the game. Because you really need to have positioning tools, you really need to have reach to find impact in the mid-game, especially when heroes get BKB, you're kind of just useless. You can like try to fly in and lasso someone, but against this lineup, like, come on, good luck. Demonic Purge, Tornado EMP, and Carapace are just going to ruin you if you don't have any net worth.
And now they're making this move when he is 300 gold off of Blink Dagger. So this could get really awkward. They end up finding the kill without needing that blink.
Malik just got Doom ready if he can get it off.
It's going to get chain stun here. Flame break, push back, and Malik's not going to drop a Doom.
Oh, 9 class gets the kill. That's really good for him.
Yeah.
Just as we talked about it, he gets 600 gold in the bank. And that's the dagger. Still worth keeping in mind that it is a difficult Bad Rider game. There's the Shadow Demon save, the Carapace whenever you blink in.
Yeah, it feels like I almost wonder if it would be worth considering BKB's second item.
Yeah, I could see it. I definitely could. Force Staff is still an amazing tool for this hero when you play it as a 4 like this. But if you get Demonic Purged, it won't matter. Usually, if you're the one initiating, the enemy team can't react in time. It's just mainly about seeing the Nyx and having the read on that. Now, PARIVISION are reaching, yes, exactly. They're reaching this timing now with Pipe on Brood. The Chen has Solar Crest. Doesn't look like mech is on the menu just yet for Ducalis. Unless it's flying out, but I don't think so. No. He'll go Arcane Boots over the mech. And maybe he won't go mech at all because of Doom. I don't know if that factors in that much into his consideration, but it's something.
So this is going to be one of those peaks for PARIVISION.
Yeah, their lineup
right,
really
where
strong
their five-man lineup is going to be having those extra auras that Team Spirit will lack.
Yeah.
Though they actually have their own aura, Crimson Guard on Malik. Didn't notice that he actually built that.
It's a good item this game, that's for
Broke
sure.
the smoke. They're going to dive into the tier 2, get the lasso on him, and they will quickly pick apart Malik. Now, the Tornado gives them a chance to be able to catch some heroes. Spike Carapace stuns on 2. Call down is going to drop onto Crystallis's head. They have the pipe and the Chen heal. So he gets...
Oh, they're going to dive them now.
Yeah, PARIVISION's going to go for it. They see Satanic has taken too much damage for no one. Deafening Blast pushed out. EMP trying to scare them away, but Satanic will die. Diving all the way into the tier 3. I mean, we said PARIVISION is strong right now, but that is something else. Diving past tier 2 into tier 3, winning a fight, lose nothing for it, and kill 4.
That's kind of the dream situation, that you kill the Doom to start the fight. He pops the Crimson. This is the big team fight item that Spirit have, and he uses it to protect his own skin, and it doesn't even work. So now this is a 5v4 where the enemy team has no auras, and you come in here with a pipe, Hand of God, and a billion spiders. I know who I'm favoring. The Shadow Demon matchup is really difficult against Brood once you get compromised on positioning. You can see he's just getting hounded and run down there off the screen while having to also save his gyro from the Alk. I would imagine PARIVISION just go for Roche now. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. They're in a really dominant position. It'll swap to the Radiant side in 20 seconds. So you have the outpost advantage. You have really good Roche taking lineup with TA and Alk and Brood. Now with Boots of Bearing as well. That's going to be a really nice way for them to disengage away after Tornado EMP. It's going to be a nice way to get away from Call Down, maybe escape the Doom.
And when you hit a timing like this, it feels like you just keep on hitting new big items. Like the BKB on the Alchemist, the Templar Assassin is going to get a damage item soon, I imagine, in the Deso. So it's just like, if you lose that first fight, it turns into the next round of items. Then the next team fight is going to be even harder. Team Spirit, they smoked out. Tried to catch PARIVISION somewhere, somehow. Doesn't work.
And no one had an idea that was coming. He sat in Meld for a while in the same position and just waited for information. And did indeed dodge that gank. I wonder if they're avoiding Roche because they feel like it's the one way Spirit recover the game is a Roche team fight. But I just feel like you're so inherently favored down there if you get there first. You set up TA traps, you have Chen creeps for vision, you have Bat Rider for vision, you have Broodmother who can get all sorts of angles down there.
Maybe wait for the Deso so it's just faster.
That might just be it. And I guess you have no concern that Spirit are going to take it themselves.
Sure.
Their lineup is not particularly great at roshing, so it will be very obvious if they go for it because they need to be off the map for like 30 seconds on every hero.
So
they'll do it now. All right.
We have now reached the point where I feel like it happens a lot for Team Spirit, where they need to draw out the game by split pushing and getting pickoffs, which is what their lineup can do very well.
Are they gating? Not really. Rue was thinking about it, but nah.
I just do not see how they could team fight for the next. Honestly, even after the Aegis, it's pretty tough. But Poshka
showed for
he was
a moment.
under a deep lane ward. That one right there spotted him. Well, Baposhka certainly knows there was vision there now. It's too late.
That was PARIVISION vision.
Good at that.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower
BKB for the gyrocopter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This could be high ground, actually. We're looking at that potential here 22 minutes in. You have so many advantages. Chen, Pipe, Aegis, Alk BKB. The TA can hit it from a relatively safe distance because the enemy team doesn't have any displacement abilities.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, this gyrocopter invoker time he gets in for a while, right? They really peak when they hit their level 20 talents, right? You get the extra flag cannon plus the alacrity buff.
Yeah.
And you combine those together, and all of a sudden the gyrocopter becomes the giga carry of the game. But
he's definitely still strong though, but it's the prospect of having to kill the TA twice that I'm a little bit concerned about for them. That Aegis would be really valuable, but they're actually not even going to take the tier 2. That one for me is a bit surprising. It's okay that they don't want to go high ground, but I really thought they would stick around for a little bit more advantage after stealing the enemy Tormentor. They'll settle for taking their own, I believe. No one will head over here. Actually, did they already take it? They already took it. I'm just tripping. I killed it earlier.
Yeah, Chen has his, Batrider has his. Then I assume no one bought his shard.
Yeah, it seems like every TA does that right now.
Yeah, I fully agree with it.
Yeah. The two carries in Dota that buy this every game are TA and Monkey King, right? Just seems...
Yeah.
They just seem like no-brainers. Most carry heroes don't buy shard because, obviously, for carries a lot of the time, utility is inferior to output. But in these two heroes in particular, it actually does both. That's why the shard is so good. On Monkey King, the shard gives you damage when you want to play aggressively because you get on top of people, and it also gives you escape utility. And on TA, the trap is silence and damage, so it's both utility and killing power. Lasso. Oh, they're going to pull him up! Oh, that's good.
Satanic does have
He's got to have TP out.
And that means the fight is already over.
Okay, maybe now you go high. Oh, now you definitely go high ground.
Four staffs down to low ground. Rue, he's going to come in and quickly blow up 9 class. Don't think there's anything he can do about Laurel. Deafening Blast TP out, but there's DM on the other side who did not get disarmed.
What was that hand of God? Sorry, I just laughed immediately. It was like his Batrider died 2 seconds prior and everyone else was full healing. It was like, oh yeah, I've got your 9 class, don't worry. All right, well, maybe there was maybe needed to heal up his creeps. I wasn't paying too close attention. But anyway, high ground is indeed inbound. They know there's no BKB on Gyro. Oh my God, this is so fast. No BKB on Gyro. This is minimum 1 lane. They're just way too fast and too strong. Rally finally gets it cleared out with a flak cannon, but the damage is done. So they'll claim this lane.
Gonna try and catch the TA here, see if they can get some easy kill on the Aegis, but Hurricane Pike pushed him down to the low ground. They still chase after him. They'll finally get that Aegis. They take the team fight afterwards, though. Can they get out? Malik is being slowed down to a crawl. Looks like PARIVISION just threatening him enough.
Actually helped the melee.
Blink back.
Not bad. Melee Rex was very, very low, but TA couldn't get the last 2 shots in because of all their stalling. He's visibly very upset with that, so he's going to pause the game.
It was really funny. No one drank some water and then just immediately put it right on the camera. Maybe they have a water sponsor. 12,000 net worth lead for PARIVISION.
If anyone should sponsor no one, it should be a monitor sponsor. It's taking up half his camera shot. There's a lot of space on the back there that you could put stickers with which brand that is. Yeah.
AC is gonna be next for the Alchemist. Auras on Auras are gonna start stacking up. SNY build up for the Broodmother. I don't think I've seen that one before. Pipe, Boots of Bearing, SNY. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's a bit unusual. I don't know if he's expecting that he will... If this is some sort of a hybrid solution to potentially becoming the Doom target later on or whatever, and just having status resist against the stuns to reliably get off your stuff. But yeah, this was not on my build card for Brood. Generally speaking, if you want to become a carry later, BKB is usually where you go. So the Sanjin Yasha definitely unusual. He can't buy AC because Alk is getting that. If they have Chen buying Vlad's, that could have also been a consideration. So yeah, I guess you just build for yourself now. Just be selfish. The team has what it needs.
Oh, is he gonna finish off that melee barracks? No, Satanic. He's keeping a close eye on it.
Now trying to hunt DM. Neposhka looking for the find here, but not quite.
Oh, what a good grab it would have been. He has Gem.
That's actually such a good read from DM to disengage this far right there. instead of just sticking around and maybe taking the Ancients. Could have died.
Oh
for
no,
that.
Rue! He shows right as Chrysalis rounds the corner. Great stun, but it doesn't last long enough. Can't TP away.
Pressure will now mount on the top side because PARIVISION forced rotations down to bottom with their Brood, and DM is going to take advantage of that with just flat-out lane swapping to top, doing the same thing to them there, and this top tower should not be able to withstand the amount of pressure that's coming their way now.
No, certainly not.
I really struggle to see Spirit really stringing much together as long as PARIVISION are playing tight as a group. This was the goal of their lineup as well. We were talking about it earlier that if Spirit get the skirmishing running well early on, they can take over, but otherwise, worried about the mid-game power of this Radiant lineup, and we're seeing it put to full effect with these auras and this strong ball up, taking Roche, taking the towers. And it really is all set up by that 4-man kill they found mid earlier.
Yeah.
That teamfight just exploded the game wide open, and they haven't looked back since. Just a steady increase in graph since that moment. It was even for 20 minutes, and since then it's literally just linear growth from PARIVISION. They've managed to go from a 0 gold lead at minute 17
Can still get
to
pick off
16K.
from Team Spirit. That is the thing that PARIVISION do have to be a little bit of cautious about. They're currently spread out around the map, I assume, waiting for the next Roshan timing.
Yeah, should be.
But it
It'll be a
does
while.
allow Team Spirit opportunities to crawl back in the game a little bit.
PARIVISION will know when it spawns because they have
True.
the TA. That's going to be a nice benefit. Feels like one of those innates that when all of them were announced, there's obviously a ton of information to take in, but on a pro level, I feel like this is one of the best innates in the game.
Yeah.
It's been really impactful in the games that we've seen. Just it's not just that you're always going to be there, it's that you're not going to waste time.
Right.
Where other teams are like, oh, I wonder when it's going to spawn, so we need to be there a minute early or whatever. It's like, you know, if you knew that the bus always showed up at the exact time, that's where you min-max. You know, then you walk, you know, from home it takes 4 minutes, 30 seconds to get to the bus stop.
That class is slowed down by the Demonic Purge. Titanic is going to have an opportunity to throw out whatever damage he wants. Good reactions from Maposhka, slowing down the Bat Rider so he can't actually drag him back off the lasso. He was still holding on to the disruption for whenever it was needed. So PARIVISION actually make a little slip up there.
Yeah, they do manage to have... I think the hero they've countered the best this game on the side of Spirit is that Bat Rider.
Yeah.
9 class has definitely been struggling, but he is also a lightning rod. This one will
Trying to
be
get one
way
pick off
bigger though.
into 2. Burn through that refraction, and you've got him. He
That's
used
huge.
the BKB on the mid fight, and Team Spirit knew that and said, this is our best opportunity, the best window to be able to kill this Templar Assassin. You will not have a better chance.
And he also used his pike poorly. He turned around somehow before piking. He was maybe hoping to get to the low ground. I don't know if he would have survived regardless, but it's a little bit awkward for no one, and that's a pretty costly death. This one is more valuable than like 3 Bat Rider kills. Because of the map control you're getting out of this and the pressure you can put now as Spirit, can try to get out some aggressive vision and maybe get even extra kills. And it's a pretty early Roche. Unusual for the games we've had. Oh, that's a good find though, Maposhka.
Yeah, Brew.
Taken out easy.
He was coming, and oh, he got spotted. Got dusted. He's so damn fast, thanks to this facet for that window of time where he freshly popped the Vendetta.
Oh, he's still going to be found, though.
Do they have any more detection? Okay, yeah, they can drop a sentry. They spot him now. 2 supports will die, and Roshan is going to be up right now. So they have 7 seconds till Templar Assassin's back up. You've got plenty of time where the supports are dead. This should be a second Roshan. And I feel like the second Roshan is the end of the game Roshan for PARIVISION. Maybe the game doesn't actually end, but I feel like they'll get such an insurmountable lead that, you know, it'll be like one of those 95-5 games.
Theoretically, this one finishes the game. Because what you would imagine is what PARIVISION can do. They place the TA and have her hit the tower, and the only way that Spirit really kill her is if you have good positioning and you use the saves well, she's going to be tough to kill without using Doom, or without blinking in multiple heroes and using BKBs and whatever, or running them in and committing key cooldowns, and then on her second life, that's when you can just absolutely overwhelm the opponent with all the advantages that you have. So Satanic definitely has his work cut out for him here. It's going to be really important that he has Alacrity at the right moment, and that you connect the stuns.
He does have his level 20, so we have the extra flat cannon shots, which is a massive upgrade. Don't have the level 20 on the Invoker, but still, Alacrity is going to do a lot for him.
The Gyro one is the bigger one, I would say.
Yeah.
Having more shots. When you're playing against Brood Chen, you just want to make sure you can just keep cleaving off everything. Just get rid of all the trash.
And he has maxed out Exort, so
yeah,
you're still getting most of the damage. An extra 94 damage right now.
PARIVISION clearly looking for trouble now, playing very aggressively up on the map, just grouping up their heroes around this bottom triangle area. See if they can maybe get... I think what would be nice here would be a smoke and then trying to wrap that around the right side of the map. So he just flies next to the Tormentor area and gets a pick from the right and pulls them out. And then that opens up the fight.
Considering is he going to Vendetta hit?
He got it!
He got it!
Nice.
That was sick. And he got the shard for himself off of that cool play. So
very clean.
Well done.
Good steal there. Maybe, I wonder if PARIVISION are expecting Spirit to be ready for that bat play, since they're not even trying. It's like, if you just get a little glimmer of vision on the Invoker, for example, who's there now, you would be able to just blink grab him, force him out, get that big kill. They stick around mid instead, and actually, they're a little bit fragmented now. They wanted that Tormentor as a team move, and now the play call is, let's just farm a bit.
Yeah,
that's surprising to me. I think you want to use this Aegis.
I think it's about 9 Class getting his BKB, but I don't know if he's going to get that BKB and them still have enough time to use the Aegis.
Yeah.
So...
And if they don't, Spirit will. Then they'll do something. Smoking out in toward the Aegis.
Catching this Broodmother would be really good.
Yeah, the Aegis isn't anywhere nearby, of course, as no one is far out to the left. But I say that, they might just end up going the right way. I don't know if that Ops just barely saw him, but they'll see him now. Might just try to start a fight on him? There's a lot of uncertainty, though. We obviously see the placement of the enemy heroes. Spirit have no idea. This TA, it felt very baity, the way that TA was placed. But it was actually a moment of opportunity, and it's always going to be that mind game. When you have the full map control and you're ahead, sometimes you see players just playing the mental game of we are stronger than you, you don't dare. You're not even going to try. So I can farm more aggressively than usual. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now PARIVISION will make their move. And this placement from Spirit, this fight has to work, but 9 class.
They are getting behind them in a way. Yeah. The smoke is going to... Oh. Okay,
break. All right.
9 Class spotted immediately by a creep, and he does not blink in.
He would maybe have blinked in if he had the BKB there.
Yeah. Bloodthorn now down for the Alchemist. So big single target potential between a TA and a Bloodthorn.
Yep. Oh, they find 9 Class again. Nice Force Staff.
Force Staff pulled in a little bit.
Oh, maybe okay.
Still managed to hit the EMP. He's going to be okay. Rue blinks back. Jump in. Malik has to immediately doom up the Templar Assassin because he is dead. Gets what damage he can. Satanic is fighting for his life right now. Chrysalis backs up a little bit off the BKB. Satanic trying to heal up with flat cannon shots, throw some damage around, but he cannot be saved in this situation. He doesn't have buyback either. Team Spirit pushed outside of their base, and it potentially just ends the game.
It absolutely does. This game's over.
Yeah.
That one fight, they doomed the TA who still had Aegis, and they end up in a really fragmented position, and that's just not good enough.
Nobody has buyback. GG is immediately called by Spirit. PARIVISION take control of the game off of one team fight and never look back.
Yeah, pretty much. This felt very stable.
Versus PARIVISION, we have early smokes and a little bit of bump. but no actual action. Synderen, you were shocked. You were in disbelief, even, to see the puck has been picked up. And I went and looked at some stats here.
Yep.
Puck at the tournament you last cast, Lakia, had a terrible win rate there, 38%.
Yep.
At Belgrade, got picked up around the same amount, went up to a 45% win rate.
Okay.
And now at this DreamLeague, we have had 22 matches. We've had a lot of matches, so doesn't necessarily mean it's being picked more. But now at a 54% win rate. So
that's good.
Puck trending up. Puck stocks are the highest they've ever been.
I didn't react to it in that way because I was like, wow, this is a terrible pick. It's just this hero was so picked and so good and just disappeared.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've casted this tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's been one game that we've had a puck in, at least, and it was in Group Stage 1 in that case. It's definitely not been very popular in our games, but if you say it's been picked 22 times, that's surprising to me because I haven't seen it much. But this game against Storm, against Pango, what more can you ask for?
A lot of matches were in the first group stage, not the second one. So, big source of it. I thought it was interesting that the win rate is trending up. I would wonder, as you're saying, right, it kind of fell off a cliff. I wonder if that is teams were overvaluing the puck and overpicking it and maybe picking it too early. And as the tournaments have gone on and the meta has developed more, teams are picking this puck in better and better situations, which leads to a better win rate.
Well, the way I remember it from Wallachia, it was mainly picked as a counter to Storm. I think that was a lot of the games that it was picked. Storm was also popular there.
Okay.
And in this game, it's no surprise to see Lara grab it. It's one of his best heroes. He's very comfortable on it. He has 2 good core matchups against Storm and Pango. I would say Puck is not great against Medusa, though. You don't really offer very much against this particular hero. And as a result, your team has 0 ways of burning mana, which is very good news for Crystallis, of course.
Yeah.
I would say the Dusa versus Dragon Knight matchup is also interesting in that regard, that both heroes are very tanky, but neither of them really kill each other that well. So a lot of this game is going to be these like 2 frontline turrets, if you will, that the rest of the teammates will be playing around and trying to get that advantage. And it does look like the type of game where Puck could really do that, protecting its DK from the Storm jumps, from the Pango roll, and building a fight for themselves. It's also, we've talked about this many times at this point because we've had the pleasure of casting a lot of Dawnbreaker.
Yeah.
Love Dawnbreaker's partners in this game. Everybody sets up Solar Guardian. All 4 allies have offensive tools that have lockdown. So Malik, despite not being very successful on this hero, I want to say in the games we've cast, the conditions are definitely there to make it look good.
Yeah. Satanic. He's getting a bit low in this lane, taking advantage of the early levels of Dragonite before he gets an overwhelming amount of armor and regen. Did you see 9class's line, by the way, from his team pack?
I've probably seen it. What was it?
Translated to "Who wants a slap?"
Wants a slap? Me, daddy. Shut up, Cap.
I didn't.
Why did you say that? That's so weird. Spend an event with Jenkins, and it will rub off on you. It's just not. It's just not possible.
But we're not on the same schedule as Jenkins.
That's true, but we share the same room, the green room, that is.
Oh.
Relax. We have the same talent room, and he leaves behind a piece of himself every day when he leaves. So. Damn. Maybe
3 minute lotus
maybe I should just shut up. I feel like everything I say is just bad right now. I'm on a losing streak. A verbal losing streak. Down bad.
Well, it's a good thing you're a commentator where saying the worst things is perfect.
Or you can get away with everything. Is that what you're saying? I wouldn't test that. I don't think that's the right conclusion here. Oh my god.
Lanes, 20-3 for no one. 17-0. So, Laurel, I find it so funny when pucks do that, where they just intentionally walk into
take the tower hit
so they can phase shift and get a little bit of HP and mana. But
it is
such a silly mechanic.
This print is how much is it? It gives 15 plus 2% max mana and 15 plus 2% max health.
Yeah, the crazy part was they buffed it. They nerfed it last patch, but it got buffed where it gave it. It either had percentage damage and not flat, or flat and not percentage. One of these.
Right.
And yeah,
big damage onto Ducalis, but he's gonna outlive this. And the counterplay now, Malik.
Malik is gonna get quite low here. Crystal throws out the snake, but he does have stick charges and a Lotus and a healing salve and a Tango. He's got just loads and loads of regen.
He's gonna have to spend it all though.
Yeah.
So the next pressure play from PARIVISION will probably lead to a good outcome. Already up 1,000 gold in just raw laning here. No kills. They're just getting the better exchanges, but Poshka looking to do something about that situation.
Bump back into the Dragon Tail. Really good damage. It's adding up. DM has stick charges. They throw out a blood grenade to slow him down. Can he get one more hit? That's all he really needs. He tries to use the tree to block out the vision. He'll die anyway to Satanic's Breathe Fire, but in some ways, it does help get the kill on Poshka. So they trade out, but the winner of the situation, at least initially, was Spirit, but if Satanic is forced off of these creeps,
he has to.
That feels bad.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Are they just going to send down a Tango pack and maybe he buys a salve himself here? I think you need to heal up fast against this lane of the Willow Pango, or they find a spell burst on you. If you're just relying on Tangos to bring you back up, it will take a minute. I'm not sure if he has that minute.
Dirty, filthy harpy.
They did bring him a salve, and that one is his own? Yeah, it's his own.
Okay.
It's a full one. So he'll be back to health.
Now that he's level 4, surely he starts getting some of that Worm's Wrath. I feel like against Pango, right? Just the little bit is going to help. Push in the lane and just go start hitting some neutrals.
Yeah, you definitely think so. He's holding the skill point for now.
Oh, sweet.
Maybe he didn't want to have the cleave in the tower to mess up CS.
Yeah.
He still hasn't skilled it though. Huh. Interesting.
6-bit power rune. Invis. Not the biggest one, but still refill. No one will enjoy that. How do you see this game break down timing-wise?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Honestly, it's a little bit hard to predict, because I think there's so much room for outplay from both teams that it's not like as straightforward as the last one, where one team's playing skirmish, the other one's playing 5-man heavier. This one, both teams kind of have it all. The PARIVISION lineup, I would say, could theoretically have the better early laning stage, which is what has happened, but it's not by such a meaningful amount that they can easily convert this into, all right, we're going to take tower into tower with Ench, and then build that advantage, because the Spirit lineup has ridiculous counterplay. Puck is one of the best TP defense heroes. You have Dawn ulti soon. So this one would be nice to steal for no one, but nicely done by Rue. He's in position, and this is going to cost no one his entire resources, so he has to send himself back to base.
Which is great for the Puck. He is just pushing in the lane, hitting the tower.
Yeah, now Laurel has equalized the mid lane despite being behind earlier. So very good news for him.
He just double orbs the wave, again pushes under tower, just really trying to maximize the amount of creeps that die while the Storm Spirit is out of lane. So no one gets that Golder experience. Aggression onto Crystallis. TP is coming in, but Crystallis already lost most of his mana. Bumped back by the Flame Break and blocked in by the Shard, but they can't quite commit. Maybe Poshka will try. They have a snowball on him. Oh. Is he going to be able to finish him off? Rue is quite low. The hammer comes in, and that'll just smack the Deuce in the face and take her out.
This isn't
now
over
they're
yet,
slam
though.
onto 9 class with Satanic coming in from behind. They get the extra kill. Still traded out. Support for support. But in the end, it is still the carry of PARIVISION dying, and Satanic coming through that gate, being a part of a fight, and going back through again.
See this from Satanic. We also saw it last game, very active on the gyro. I think this is an adjustment that Spirit have made as a team in the last couple of days.
Agreed.
That they really want to have Satanic contribute more in the early stage. It is going to cost him a little bit on the bottom line because he won't be farming as effectively, but in total game progression sense, I think this is the better way of playing right now. So happy to see him get more involved. And if he's joining that and getting kills, then it's just a flat-out net win across the board. But if he's getting the assist, he will be a little bit poorer, but they're enabling their team better. Nice find here onto DM. No chance.
Long setup from Rue. He was very patient about it, called in his allies, and they responded appropriately, and they get an invasion immediately to take a hard camp stack. I feel like Team Spirit, they just keep on taking stacks, manage to get the coil, and now the Dawnbreaker ultimate's going to chain the... Oh, that was sick!
Oh my god, if he would have lived, that would have been so good.
Oh, I wanted him to live, I'll be honest. I feel like you should get rewarded for such a cool play, but no one. He dies anyway. DM now going to come in and see if he can get the counter kill on Rue, and he doesn't even have to use the Rolling Thunder for it. May choose to use Rolling Thunder to chase after Miposhka, or maybe Miposhka is so slowed down that DM... Oh, silenced. Right as he maybe could have gone for it with Swashbuckle, Laurel intercepts.
Can we get a replay of that illusion play? I think he even dodged the Dawn ulti, right?
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
He timed it to perfection, so he places his hero perfectly. Oh my god, that's so good. That's actually so clutch, but no reward. That is everything he could have done to live.
Yep.
Perfect hero placement, gets lucky that the illusion pushes him to high ground. Frame perfect dodges the Dawn ulti explosion. My god. That's otherworldly.
It turns to daytime. Satanic sees two supports in his jungle, and he says, okay, it's time for me to vacate this area. They want to pressure the safe lane. That's fine. I'll do the same to them.
Crystallis is a tough cookie, though. He could, with some backup, potentially defend this tower if the side of PARIVISION wanted to do it. But looks like they'll just accept defeat there and take the trade.
I mean, they come through the gate, but they are far too late.
This is too late.
And they go back through the gate.
So in comparison to game number 1, this is kind of similar. Both teams were very even in the earlier portions of the game, and then we reached minute 15 to 20, and that's when PARIVISION just started really winning out. It was a totally different type of strategy. I don't foresee the same development here, that they are just going to find that magical team fight and just keep winning and winning and winning more. Without having the Chen and the Brood to push out the lanes and put that map pressure constantly, it's going to be easier for Spirit to navigate the map and take fights on their own terms instead. Right. Call is just going to steal that Centaur, wait for some efficiency.
Bruce trying to get his level 6. It's going to work. Blink, and he's already queued up an Aghanim Scepter. So he says this is going to be the game, kind of game it is, and obviously he's got a great combo with the coil. Will get caught, trying to rotate out. Really good shards, but the Storm Spirit is here to collect.
Who's going to get the kill?
No one takes it, and a galvanized stack
Will
for
he
him.
get the power rune too? No. That one belongs to Laurel. Amplify damage. Opens up for another potential storm kill. Amp damage rune plus Dawn. I think they can kill him, just the two of them, with the mage, or excluding the Witchblade.
Got the coil onto DM. Centaur stun, misses. Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in. It'll land. Oh, thankfully, that flame break hits him right as he was going for a shield crash or a swashbuckle away. Nicely timed by Miposhka. He's doing very well for himself. I mean, compared to what 9 class had on the Bat Rider last game.
Yeah.
He is top net worth of the supports in this one.
This is going to be a mid-tower, minute 12 now, 12:30 for Laurel as well. I feel like this game is looking really good for Spirit, not just in the current game state, but also in the nature of how they've been losing to this team. It doesn't feel like PARIVISION can necessarily do the same thing to them again, but they'll try. They're going to smoke up now as 3. Storm is in reach as well. I guess Laurel would be a cool pick, but it's not an easy jump. As long as he has his spells, no one can't really initiate first. He's just going to orb coil out, or orb jaunt, that is.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll still try, though. Spirit seem like they're aware that this is happening. They're even going to scan as well, so nicely done.
I was about to say, the test here was whether or not Satanic would walk into the triangle, and he doesn't even want to go on his side of the map through the triangle. Not even like the most safest way to do so. But Poshka's going to scout things out for him. He is going to get hit by the Rolling Thunder, but Team Spirit, they are collapsing on this area. And they're certainly going to get something out of this, though the snowball hits onto Rolling Thunder back into this one. Terrorize goes out, but not in time to save DM.
Yeah, that was DM's own choice. Yeah. They already had the bat kill. They could have called the play there and been like, that's good enough, but maybe he felt like they could gun for more with the storm coming in. But Spirit, they're in numbers and ready. And that's the balance that you need to strike here as PARIVISION is your carry is not going to be involved. The Deucen needs to farm a lot. So when you're making these moves, you always need to look at how far can we extend the fight before the counterplay becomes overwhelming. There's always the Dawn ulti threat, there's always the snowball save that you have to worry about. So generally speaking, I feel like their lineup should look for hidden runs right now. They just get one kill and then leave. Because I don't really favor them in extended fights that don't involve the Dusa, and she is not showing up. You can trust that. Crystallis is probably not joining his team for the next 10 minutes, if I had to guess.
Curious what kind of build he goes as well. Like, does he just go the super hard carry route, or does he try that build that we saw trending a little bit with Aghanim's Kaya Sanj?
I think he should go hard carry.
I think so too, because he doesn't have... I mean, Storm Spirit does scale, but...
Yeah, when the offlaner is Pango, it's also... You're utilizing, I would say, the Storm and the Pango better by going right-click, because Pango will apply minus armor, and your Storm is going to have Ags eventually. Yeah. So, like, that type of fight just really favors a hard-hitting Medusa.
DM also is not itemizing to scale. Like, he went the Vessel build, and now he's going Blink Dagger, which is more of a utility-based Pango, so you want more physical damage out of your carry too.
That's just how DM plays Pango, right? I don't think I've seen DM take the more offensive route very often. It's also offlane Pango in a nutshell. Like, it's generally the mid Pango that goes Diffusal Ags. But yeah, DM really likes the Vessel build. Understandably so in this game. You're against Dawn and DK. It's definitely valuable. But again, it's under the condition that you're actually taking fights and getting those charges and using them. And no one also going Orchid. This is an aggressive angle from PARIVISION. You really want to find fights now that you have these items, but if Spirit can play keep away, all right, that's one fine, but he needs to leave.
Oh, yeah, with the TP coming in, he says, I only have so much mana, and I gotta use what I have to escape rather than get a kill. I mean, the first Orchid reveal being on a support wasn't the best situation, but then not even getting the kill.
Yeah.
That's got to feel bad for no one.
And Spirit are going to immediately counterplay now, because they know the Storm is out of mana, and they've got a lot of information about hero placements. They're assuming that if no one jumped the Batrider down there, he wasn't alone. So they know there's more heroes in the bottom half. Not necessarily how many, but even if it's just one other hero, it makes this trio going for an aggressive move very likely to be successful. The one hero they don't want to find is Dusa, I think. They can't kill... maybe with Dawn?
They have Dawnbreaker ult and BKB, so...
I mean, it's kind of close still. They don't have the best Dawn, or the best Dusa killing heroes. But I guess Crystal isn't full mana. Oh, the timing is flawless.
He's gonna get away right as the smoke breaks. He sees them, and he still gets the TP out. Best of both worlds for PARIVISION.
Perfect map read from him. If he does get jumped there, I think there's a world where he lives with a TP from the Willow. Because the kill will take some time, and just a Terrorize will be enough to get him out of trouble.
Sure.
But this is way better. Now you didn't have to use anything. And you're going to continue farming up your Dusa. Haven't talked much about Dragon Knight. He's having a totally free time, of course, with everything that's going on. So he and Dusa will be pretty much neck and neck. Feels like... Yeah, this one's just going to be an interesting one, because the nature of this carry versus carry matchup, as mentioned earlier, is so unique.
Stupendous.
So Team Spirit will have a lot better repositioning tools.
Yes.
Do you think that that gives them the advantage. I feel like almost their repositioning isn't... Like, there are some pretty mobile heroes and then a Dusa. Like,
right.
If you grab the Dusa and pull her forward, like, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely... I think a combo like Coil Lasso is always going to be really strong in every late game.
Yeah.
Because you just have this reliable way of forcing heroes out of position and then getting the snap. And when the enemy team is playing with 0 save support, then these are often just going to result in core kills. The only hero that's reliably surviving it is the Dusa. So if you can find any of the other ones later down the line, that definitely scales well.
So maybe
and you also have Coil Kickback, which is the most nutted one of them. So
maybe that's where the advantage for Spirit comes in then, is not necessarily the repositioning, though that's great, but they have saves, right? And PARIVISION do not. They have Snowball save, and then they have Dawnbreaker ult, which is, you know, kind of a pseudo save.
Just from my personal bias, I favor the Radiant type of lineup later in the game because I feel like ease of execution is with them, and there's more like potential plays.
Yeah.
But what the Dire has is the stronger Wombo combo, I think.
Okay.
You do have the nice Coil combination on the Radiant, but what the Dire have, this is item dependent. But when you get there, 9 class, he's not getting out of this.
Tries to juke, got off the terrorize. TPs.
Lol.
Oh,
he didn't want a Coil.
God. He doesn't throw it on the Coil, assumes that they could catch 9 class anyway.
Wow. All right, I was sure he was dead there.
Yeah.
And he is if they wanted him to be. If they wanted to drop everything, he's definitely not living there.
He was also dead if the play happened 5 seconds later, because they would have had vision of him.
Yeah, true. Speaking of...
Wow.
Okay, PARIVISION are doing a really good job playing Keep Away. It's impressive how little they're dying right now, but they're also not taking much initiative themselves. You're welcome. It was too good to be true.
9 class returns to the scene of the crime. A common mistake.
So just to clarify, the Wombo combo that I see for PARIVISION later in the game is mainly tied to Storm Ags. So obviously we're looking at 20 minutes from now, probably. Yeah. It's a much later game thing. But Storm Ags into Terrorize and a Medusa with Dagger or something like that is ridiculous late game. And you have the Pango for the X Factor with countering out potential saves from Tusk and getting more physical damage in there, both for himself and for the Dusa.
I will say, if PARIVISION wins this game this way, I will be quite impressed because you are playing into Team Spirit's wheelhouse. Like this, I feel like I haven't seen Spirit lose a game that goes like this, where it's like they're not being attacked and they're building up a net worth lead little by little, but then Satanic is also just really far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's not that far ahead at the Dusa, but he is free farming, right?
Yeah.
That's their bread and butter. That's their best strat.
The reason I don't want to focus too much on the gold is that this is also something we've had a conversation a couple times in previous games this tournament. Pango can have a deceptively high impact to net worth ratio.
Sure.
So even if he is 2,000 behind the Dawn, I could easily see him do more in a team fight, even with an item less. If you find the right angle and you land your spells properly, the hero itself by design just does a lot.
Yeah.
The bigger concern for me is if Storm doesn't start picking up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
I think that hero needs net worth to make big plays, and there's the BKB. Could be the start of something for no one.
Simultaneously, maybe the Storm isn't doing the best, but Ducalis is gotten a lot of far.
That's true. And
that
a wild card.
Very good against Dragonite.
Yep. Right? Definitely a wild card for sure. And he's building to do it as well.
Yep. He just
rushed the Brown Boots Pike. Eyeing up a gem now, though. That'll slow down his progression unless he finds a couple of D-wards with it. That's a pretty expensive item.
Got the last will pull back into the Dragon Tail. Very dead.
It's going to happen eventually. You can't dodge this lineup forever. And I've been impressed with PARIVISION's ability to do it so far, but you are going to slip up once in a while. And if you die close to your tower, that's the worst one. Then they will just take the collateral straight away with Satanic here.
Team Spirit, for me, I think they're so strong right now. I would love to just see them jam the Roche.
Yeah, I could see it.
And you're not even going to lose that much on the map because you could keep Malik out there, right?
Yep.
So
that seems to be the idea. Tag team will make this nice and quick with Mask of Madness. Malik also with the Halberd is a nice line of protection against the potential Dusa fight. Genuinely feels like the only hero that you buy Halberd against reliably in Dota right now. I find myself almost exclusively disagreeing with purchasing that item except against Dusa.
Agreed. No one. Orchid and zip away while Malik is still trying to make this go on a 9 class happen.
Oh, that's such a good terrorize.
Terrorize pushed into the brambles. Malik has to use his BKB.
Okay.
And keep on trucking.
Oh. What happened here?
Yeah, it looks like no one decided not to just get out.
I mean, he was fighting Laurel at first. And then I guess Laurel caught up with the Blink Coil and forced no one's BKB. So another win for Spirit. Getting the Storm BKB duration reduced is going to become very valuable later in the game. Every second matters on that hero. Tell you what. Do they have the damage? Oh yeah.
Lasso, they do chain the stuns a little bit, but they've already burned through his mana. No stone gaze possible.
Biggest kill of the game, right there.
Massive. And that was without Daedalus. The Daedalus is about to, yeah, there it is. So that would have been an even easier kill by significant magnitude. Laurel, is he going to get picked off here? Roll up, chain stun, nicely played. There goes the Aegis.
And that's that hidden run. They can get the first kill, but they can't go for more.
And the rest of Team Spirit, they group up, take another tower off the map.
It is nice to get rid of that Aegis, but they have to commit a lot to it. Pango ulti, almost all of Storm's mana. That means you are going to concede more real estate. Only one tier 2 remains now for PARIVISION, whereas on the side of Spirit, they're all up, plus a tier 1 to boot. So yeah, very much. This was this state of the game or stage of the game where Spirit's lineup with the execution and their ability to find pickoffs was, in my opinion, clearly favored, and they made it work. So now that potential late game timing for PARIVISION I was talking about is even further away. It's going to be difficult to get there, but they kind of don't have anything else to play for than that.
No. Rue. I mean, that play earlier, no one. Oh. Got him off the silence. Coil, he's dead.
Too easy.
If Storm Spirit can't feel strong enough when he sees a Dawnbreaker on the side of the map to like jump him and force out his BKB.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, you see Laurel. He runs into a hero. It's like, oh, free kill. Now they're getting, oh no! Is it gonna happen again here? The damage is coming in fast. They've taken away all of his mana. Crystallis is sure to die now unless they terrorize. Oh, he got off the Stone Gaze. Now they've gotten the grab onto the Dawnbreaker. A turnaround perhaps. BKB goes off and attempted Dragon Tail. Doesn't land. No one gets the zip right before it comes through. Big save from 9 class with the terrorize.
Couldn't Satanic have BKB'd there?
Yeah, he could have. I think he was
I think that would have been well worth it.
Deuce is out of mana. I just need like a crit to kill him, and didn't get it.
It's obviously, it's not the end of the world that Deuce escapes, because again, PARIVISION have to use a ton of resources to even make it happen to begin with, but you could have even had the kill if you wanted to in the DK there.
And then from there, maybe you chase down more heroes. And you're right outside the base, right? Like
he might not even have had buyback. Maybe you could have almost got racks, honestly. So, feels like there was a moment there. PARIVISION gonna do their own, take fate into their own hands. They have Scotty now on Crystallis, so they really want to get something done.
He does not get the blink off in time.
Finally, for PARIVISION, something. When was their last kill?
It's been a minute. Oh! Got him on the Wisdom Rune. Oh my god. That was a 900 damage crit in melee form.
All right, you give me your best guess. When do you think PARIVISION's last kill was?
I'm going to my mind palace here. View the footage. I'm going to say 14 minutes.
Oh, wow. Look at you. That was at 14 minutes.
Was it really?
That's crazy, that one. Pango killed Batman at 14. Damn. What a gamer. What a memory gamer. Yeah. He got the rune. But nothing comes for free.
Yeah.
And no one visibly frustrated. It's not fun to play Storm if you can't do stuff.
Yeah.
This hero is I am the king of the hill, I want to dictate what's happening, you are responding to me kind of hero. And when you don't get to play that way, there's a lot of other heroes you would rather just be farming on.
Yeah, when you haven't gotten a kill in 14 minutes, where are those galvanized stacks?
Yeah.
And then he dies. He's down to 3 galvanized stacks right now. This is not feeling great for him. He's going to go for a Lincoln's just to try and deal with this single target stun, but you know, Blasto and the Dragon Tail stun. It's still going to be a hard game for him, and that means that Aghanim Scepter that you were talking about of like where does PARIVISION's team fight come in late game? And it's going to be quite delayed.
You also feel like likely Spirit will get the next Roche. Because if he's not even going to buy Ags, he's going Lincoln's next on Storm. I don't know. I feel like it's playing not to lose at that point. You gotta itemize to win a fight here, not to stay alive. So I can't say I agree with that individual choice. And I know the Ags isn't... It's not like, oh, they're just going to stack up 4 heroes and we'll kill them all, but realistically speaking, maybe you can find a 2-man jump, and that can give you a Terrorize, and that can give you a Pango roll, and all the abilities of your lineup can kind of come together. Alec will probably have to BKB here against all the slow. And so what, he says. He has an AC. He's actually very farmed this game.
Yeah.
On the Dawn.
Wait, did he have to BKB?
Did he have to?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, just in case.
I mean, it was just going to keep being slowed by Scotty perpetually until the rest of the PARIVISION team shows up, and there was no tower for his allies to TP to and help him. They could have maybe baited him down to the outpost, but I don't think that's worth it versus just burning a charge and getting out of there.
My goodness, the late game just continues. I feel like Team Spirit is getting all their late game right now. A coil stopping them from being able to get back to the base. Their tower is being demolished. Okay, they're going to be able to bring some heroes to defend in time here. Rolling Thunder is going to be used.
Late on the Vessel.
Got the blink away. Vessel comes in far too late. Trying to get a snowball save. Rue actually getting stunned. Chase after him. Got to be careful. He does have that Aghanim Scepter. They're going to start with the lasso. Pull back on the Dusa. He's lost so much of his mana already. Walrus punched up, and he's dead. The cleave does too much damage, man. Oh, the splash attacks from this Dragon Knight just wiped PARIVISION. GG is called. Nothing happened in this game for PARIVISION. It was just a steady movement towards Team Spirit victory.
Yeah, that's actually a really good summary of the game. Nothing happened, and then they lost. Just flat out didn't work. What
bracket? And who's going to drop down to the lower bracket? Very likely, both of them will end up in the lower bracket because the winner of this does have to match up against a Bet Boom that has looked very good, Synderen.
Yeah, but at the same time, these two teams are probably...
No, it's just unfair.
I don't know if I can say that these two teams have a better chance against BetBoom than Falcons do with the level that we've seen so far overall from the 4 teams. Maybe Falcons are on average the weaker team, as that weird is to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, BetBoom definitely the favorites, but I don't think they're ahead by like a landslide. It's definitely feel like either of these teams could win a BO3 against them, so I don't want to write them off. Look, it's Puck again.
You want to talk about it? I'm ready for it.
I think you want to talk about it.
All right. So, we were talking about where has Puck been? And the panel was trying to clown on us. Unfortunately for them, they might think they're the IRS, double-checking our work, but I've got receipts. PGL Wallachia, picks and bans. Puck, the 3rd most picked and banned hero. Bet Boom Belgrade. Puck, the 6th most picked and banned hero. At DreamLeague, here at this tournament, the 19th most picked and banned hero.
Oh my god, they just don't know what they're talking about, do they?
They really don't, apparently. Trying to come at us?
Oh, man,
Hey, just remember, panel, I know you're sitting there listening right now. I know you're in the green room having a good chuckle at this. Just remember, when you start the Flame War with the casters, we get more airtime.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful.
Just remember, you can't take Purge anywhere, man. Just... Okay. Let's get back on track with this game. So, as the panel pointed out, now I didn't have the receipts for this one. It was just a gut feel. I was like, I don't think I've seen Ducalis lose on Chen. And that was apparently correct. He's 8-0 on this hero in the tournament. So, statistically speaking, Spirit gave PARIVISION their absolute best hero in this draft. And they did that by, together with, once again, the Alk Brood. This trio of heroes just beat them in game 1. And now they've made some adjustments, but I can't say I love them, to be honest.
Okay,
Dusa into... Wait, did he actually take that facet on Nyx? Wow. I was sure he was going to take the other one.
Oh, yeah. He didn't take the
Really?
one. He took Scuttle, huh?
This actually changes my outlook on the game. Not to not favor PARIVISION anymore, but you and I, we cast the first game of this tournament where Nyx went the other facet, and maybe the only one. It was Saksa playing Nyx against the Dusa, and he ruined Dusa's game.
Absolutely destroyed
Cast
him.
all his spells on the Dusa, she loses quarters of her mana, and that's effectively a position for killing the enemy carry almost on its own. And it's all game. Dusa is struggling to itemize against it. You have to kind of get a BKB or a Linken's or something to even mitigate the damage. But he went for the Vendetta one. So that's good news for Satanic, I suppose. Maybe it's worse news for everybody else, but I thought it was a big part of the reason they let this through in the draft was that they already had the Nyx, so they had a counter. But
so can you tell me, can you break down what adjustments did Spirit make compared to game 1, and why don't you like them?
I don't think they solved the pacing problem. Like, they moved a couple of heroes around. They picked the Doom again, but their carry, the Medusa, it's very slow. The good change they've made is mainly in the supporting cast of having Bat plus Willow be more aggressive and more burst heavy. Having that damage, speaking of burst heavy, 9 class with an unexpected rotation onto Laurel. That is a great first blood for no one to get. Not only does he have the favorable matchup with the Puck versus Pango, he gets the first blood, and Pango is going to lose this wave to tower to boot, and maybe no one can even get both water runes at minute 4 if he manages to push this out. But Miposhka will come in and at least cover one of them. But there's no way Laurel contests this bottom one with all the creeps he has in towers. This one's guaranteed for the Puck. PARIVISION should be pretty happy with this beginning to the game. Now, DM has very low experience. I'm surprised he's only level 2. But they've been pulling waves around, and
yeah, it seems like 9 class has taken a lot of the range creeps, right?
Yeah.
When he's doing this pulling shenanigans, we saw him earlier, he took the range creep because it was going to get denied anyway,
so early arcanes, that's so good for him.
He's also getting zoned out by the Bat Rider, so he is definitely having a little bit of rougher one, but I guess if it means that no one is able to punish Laurel, 9 class comes back for a second taking here of Laurel's HP.
They're just flat out hardcore targeting Laurel in this game. This rotation from Nyx, he knew there wasn't a kill there. He's just here to pressure him and mess with his CS, and he wants to give his Brood solo XP. So he might as well do a move through the mid lane and then go off to the hard camp and use Mind Flare. He's going to take this big Satyr. That's going to be nice and juicy in 3 seconds. You would imagine he wants that at least. Yoink. Level 4.
He is so leveled. Okay, so I will say that I think I like Team Spirit's lineup more than it was in game 1.
Yeah,
and it's mostly just because I feel like they have more team fight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
But a lot of that comes down to Laurel.
Yeah.
So if Laurel is getting shut down, then like a lot of that team fight goes out the window. Big move to bottom lane. 9 class is all over the map, man. Tries to get the kill onto Malik, fortunately out of Lotus, and it's 9 class who pays the price instead. Now Miposhka slows him down with a blood grenade. Ducalis is slowed down to a crawl. Team Spirit with big turnaround. They have the grenade that's coming in. Crystallis tries to stop them, but Rue is still putting out damage. Maybe they go Crystallis instead. Oh, they're gonna get him. They've got him inside the bramble. He tries to bail out his support, but he dies instead. No one finally rotates into the safe lane here. Ducalis got to be careful. This is a freebie on Rue. We'll get that, and Ducalis does not die. But what a turn from Spirit.
Yeah. Really good news for them that something goes their way this early on. It was already starting to potentially look scary with the mid lane being a bit of a struggle for Laurel, but now that this move bottom is a success, he gets to fully recover. Miposhka doesn't have much experience to show for himself right now on the Bad Rider, but can hopefully for him be made up for with some moves together with the Pango. Oh, is Laurel gonna do the play we've talked about? The 7-minute roll onto the Wisdom Rune.
He's here kind of early for it, but
he might not even need to ult.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they did see the Nyx Assassin TP back to bottom, and they see him right now. So if there's no 4 position to take that Wisdom Rune, then it would require the Chen, and no Chen wants to be TPing like that. So it's just free for Laurel. He takes the Wisdom Rune, double Wisdoms for Spirit.
He did use ult for it. He wanted to 100% guarantee that the Brute didn't interfere with it.
Understandable.
But well worth it. It's such a big grab. And so important. We were just talking about how Bad Rider was in Struggle City with experience. Problem solved. Miposhka is now level 4 in a moment. And Rue 4.5. So they've effectively caught up to the enemy supports more or less with that move from Law.
Not let him have anything, man. 12 denies so far.
Still, though, the important thing in this game... Oh, hang on. Ducalis gonna get run down by 2 supports, but the counterplay may be available here?
Oh, it got him right before the shield crash. He got him mid-air, so the shield crash doesn't land, missing a lot of damage. As a result, the Pango dies, and they only get the 1 kill on the support. It looks like they're gonna get Rue as well. Nowhere for him to run to. Orb in, chase after Miposhka as well. He wants that power rune, and he will have it. Gets an Invis rune, does some damage to Miposhka. Maybe they can kill him if they hit the impale. It's too far away. A flame break back. Miposhka lives, but no one. Big turnaround there. They tried to go for the Chen. Chen is so tanky, man.
Yep. Just instantly Divine Favors himself and just walks it off with his 1,000 health. It's definitely not easy to take down. And that's what I was just going to say was, this is the silver lining here for PARIVISION in terms of experience, is this is probably the best possible game to lose the Wisdom Runes in the sense that your supports were already doing well.
Sure.
So Chen was level 5 without a Wisdom, minute 8, or minute 7 even, which is good. And the Nyx has found major impact, as we've already talked about, alongside some Mind Flare on big creeps. So they can still get up and running and not be stuck level 5 forever. Nice. Flame Break into Doom.
And Unstable Concoction, Self-Explosion onto a Bramble as well. He's very dead, Ducalis. He's not going to bother trying to help him.
I think he might have lived if he didn't cast Concoction.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like Spirit needed that stun to help to get the kill. They're going to be happy with that one. Laurel is going to have to play Garbage Man here against Brood.
Dude, I can't tell who's winning this. Like, I thought PARIVISION was winning with the way the Nyx Assassin was setting up all these lanes for success, and no one was doing so well. But then Spirit keep on finding these wins in the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Crystallis wants to go on Miposhka here, maybe. No, just harassing. No play available. Oh, I say that.
Ooh, got off the Shadow Realm.
Some decent damage, but it's a hell healing salve.
Having level 6, like 9.5 minutes in without your Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, it's impressive.
He is gonna be going.
Did he see that? Yeah, he found this.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, how do they see it? The Nyx just standing on top of the ward to give the vision. I feel like this jaunt is actually a giveaway.
Yeah, wait, like
that 9 classes here.
Crazy aggro.
Yeah, they're not gonna find anything with this.
They're trying very, very hard to pressure that mid tower. If they Could find a kill, obviously, would make it a whole lot easier. They don't have the best Chen creeps to push it, and with Satanic sitting there, a whole lot harder. Bottom lane, Crystallis, a little bit of pressure, forced a reaction. No one. He's got a haste rune, so he'll definitely be able to pick something up off of this one. It's going to be the Bat Rider. Meanwhile, Laurel, Satanic can only choose to defend one of these lanes. It's either top against the Broodmother or mid against the multiple hero pushes, and it looks like they're going to have to give up on the top lane.
Laurel having to ult and then TP to base against a solo Brood is not great. He's losing a lot of momentum in the game on Pango, having to make defensive moves like this. And as we have established, a big part of Spirit's lineup functioning comes from that Pango. So if he doesn't get items, it's one thing if the offlane Pango is poor, but mid Pango in a game like this, I'm a little bit concerned about their ability to keep it all together. Because in game number 1, we saw from PARIVISION that they really started kicking it into gear at minute 15. And we're approaching that time now. So you would imagine things are only going to get harder. Spirit will, at the very least, claim this bot tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Poshka.
Of Arsonist.
Yeah, I was about to say, Arsonist does help you push towers pretty quickly. So they can't obviously keep up with a Chen Broodmother, but they can get a little bit off the map. Well, last time, game 1, we saw the problem occur where there was just one really bad team fight. They lost 4 heroes underneath their tier 2, and it was around the pipe timing and the, was it Solar Crest? It wasn't Mech, right? It was Solar Crest that the Chen had at that time.
He went Solar Pipe, right? No, the pipe wasn't Brood. What did Chen go after? He went Solar Vlads, I think.
Oh, okay. So that timing is still ahead of us. That's where, like, PARIVISION basically won the game. So something for Spirit to keep in mind, as we have a relatively even game on our hands for now. Laurel with the Diffusal Blade pickup. He's going to be doing some decent damage. Looks like Malik wants to have a fast Blink Dagger.
Radiant are scanning.
It's just me, or I noted like Malik really doesn't try and min-max the Midas with the Devil's Bargain.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, the guy we've seen take most advantage of that facet has been 33.
Yeah. And
even he sometimes doesn't bite the Midas until like minute 20 something, because there's just more important things to do beforehand. But yeah, I'm with you. If he just magically had the gold for Midas now, he should definitely buy one and just use it twice and sell it again. And then buy the other item he wanted. So I guess you could make that argument when you're about to buy a Blink, you know? Could pick either, really. If you don't expect immediate value out of the dagger, you would have been better off just buying a Midas using it.
Right, which is where he's about to pick up that Blink Dagger, and we'll just see what kind of impact he gets with it.
Yeah.
It needs to be pretty decent.
It's a minefield right now.
Yeah, seriously.
The whole, they had this one ward offering them protection, but it's gone, and so is Rue. I feel like Spirit are making a mistake even entertaining going into this area right now. I think just leave it alone. Maybe the idea there was that he was a lightning rod for Pango, so that they only lost the support and now Pango can push out this wave. Yeah, that top half of the map is easily the scariest part of the entirety right now for Spirit. All right, well, here comes the lightning rod again. Okay, they're going to turn into a play. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
Go through the gate, get behind them. They won't really see this coming because they have a high ground ward. They assume that they're fine. It's just the Bat Rider is not what this smoke wants to hit. Or excuse me, the Nyx assassin.
Yeah.
You want to hit this Brood. And they're going to find him. Hurricane back in, but Poshka gets the flame break. Oh, he pushed him back into him. That is enough. He should take out to the Doom. Laurel's going to chase after him and take the last hit.
That was a really cool execution.
But that was sick. That was really nicely played. I almost thought for a second they weren't going to get that.
The Hurricane into Flame Break both connecting perfectly is very nice. All right, 9 class. He's out of there.
Radiant's top tower is
I mean, make no mistake, this facet is ridiculously strong. So it's not like you feel bad about taking this. I just thought against Dusa, this was the game you took the other one. So repeat
Hurricane
here.
back in, then the flame break.
That's a really nice flame break. That's
Got him
not
outside of his, looks like there's a little gap there. We didn't have webs, so there was some pathing issues for him.
great targeting.
And that'll slow down the Broodmother's pipe. He was just about to get that. And he will still get it here in like 30 seconds, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
little bits and pieces like that, slowing it down the momentum a bit.
Nine Class
make a big
only had
difference.
the other facet. This would be a guaranteed kill already, but now...
He gets off the snake, gets a bunch of mana back into play. Brambles doesn't land. They don't have Doom. They don't really have easy disables to catch this guy. They're going to drop the coil onto the Doom. Now the Terrorize being threatened. Does manage to hit 2. That's decent. Doesn't save Malik's life. Maybe it actually kills the Alchemist. They throw out a stun, trying to stop the damage on a Chrysalis. He's regenning up a decent amount. And the backline, amp damage on the puck, doing so much there. Chrysalis is dropping low, though. The Deuce is trying to finish him off. The damage will eventually get there over the line with the Rolling Thunder. Now rolling out. No one with his amp damage is trying to get away. Doesn't get hit by the second round of the Rolling Thunder. Throws out an orb. Hit by the shield crash. He's protected. A pipe goes off. He has enough HP. It's Laurel who dies instead. And now Malik is going to get run down. It's Broodmother looks to catch up. Malik pushes himself farther away with the Hurricane
Dire's
and
bottom
blinks
tower
away.
is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was actually a pretty good defense from Spirit. And it is worth noting that the way it starts is by burning a ton of resources on the Dusa, who then gets to turn around. So conditions not likely to get much better than that for Spirit is the concern, with the exception of Doom being unavailable, of course, but that's why they went for the play.
Yeah.
Was that they knew he couldn't Doom the Alch, so he could get a lot done.
So it was a good hold from Spirit in an almost ideal situation, but like they kill the Alchemist, but they still ultimately lose out on the objective that PARIVISION was fighting
Dire's middle
for.
tower
Yeah.
is under
They
attack.
take,
Radiant are
get some
scanning.
kills, they take a tower.
They're going in straight away. They have Coil
Dire
again, so Miposhka...
Satanic
Oh, there's the
is gonna
bigger
be their
one,
mark.
maybe.
Got out the Stone Case. This is going to be much harder to go for. They kill the Bat Rider already, but Satanic is getting out. Once again, the fight right around this timing, around the mid-tier 2, but Spirit have changed their fate a bit.
The map is just so small already.
Yeah.
It's really... They have some good vision out. Gotta commend them for that. Having these 4 wards, I guess one of them just expired there, but they've managed to get some good info that they can maybe play around. But the issue is some of the time these wards don't really offer much, because if the enemy team is playing on your half of the map, what do you really see then?
They could manage to... They were set up to try and kill the Alchemist in the triangle. They had this high ground ward. He called for supports to be coming in, but he already moved to the other ancient area, and that's just too deep of an area to go for it. Instead, they'll try to go for the Broodmother, and they will get him. It looks like, oh, this time the Brambles and Hurricane, they have to use the Terrorize, and even still may not get the kill.
Not
They
even
can't catch up
close.
with the Bedlam. It's not close at all. You're right, the TP out. Looks like they do manage to get away, but that is a Doom wasted, an instant Midas pickup.
Precious bounty.
Malik is fine. Satanic is actually a little bit low here.
Uh-oh.
He's in trouble. Chrysalis comes
Oh,
in,
this is
unstable
bad.
concoction, and Satanic is the one to die instead.
That is a really, really big one to find. No one recognizes the possibility of that with the low mana as the aftermath of that previous fight. Yeah, it really does feel like game number 1, but in a different packaging. Well, the PARIVISION packaging is very similar.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Team Spirit has changed the color of the ribbon, but that isn't really much.
Oh, makes the assassin pick off. A little pick, but I mean, I guess it protects the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. You got to do something there if you can, of course. Anything that slows down this type of a snowbally strategy is very welcome. If it's killing a support to stop the push, whatever. Just do anything you can on Spirit to delay the game
I was
and
good
kind of get there.
PARIVISION, the whole changing the bow analogy here, if the gift is given a little bit later, right, if this game has been stalled out a bit more compared to game 1, do you think that, how much does that improve Spirit's chances?
I think a decent amount, but I definitely think we're far off.
There's still a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's... I don't know what the key timing change really is. Again, this is where I very much lean on the Nyx facet being the one it is, because then you can see a point where Satanic can really carry this game truly.
Sure.
The matchup against Alchemist is interesting, where Alch is very strong against you at certain points, this being one of them, when you play early and you play fast and aggressive. But when Dusa gets 5 slotted, Alch isn't going to kill you very easily anymore. The Brood is going utility items. Puck is a spread damage carry for them, or spread damage mid hero for the most part. So Dusa can outlast this game. But
and he does just pick up a big item to start getting there, right? The butterfly pickup looks like he's thinking about Ag, so a little bit more team fight than just the pure physical damage aspect.
I think it's fine here on Dusa. I don't think your job in this game is to necessarily kill everyone very fast. It's about being able to stand your ground and control the fight. You have a lot of other heroes to rely on. Every hero on Spirit deals good late game damage, including the supports. So if your Doom and your Pango do make themselves a game, then you can be all right with just the eggs. Now, power play time for PARIVISION though. With that Aegis. Smoke up from Spirit. They have everything, and they want to try to force this fight with the freshly minted butterfly on the Dusa. Looks like PARIVISION are well aware though, and just not even looking for any trouble for now. And essentially, this is just going to be a bit of waste of time on their part. They don't gain any ground. It's one thing to not kill heroes here, but are you going to get some vision removed? Are you going to get any wards out of your own? Looks like this top ward is actually going to stay for the side of PARIVISION, which is very good news. Oh, are they going to...
Oh, spiders are pushing out. Heroes are invading. Oh,
dude, this is so awkward.
So close.
All right, well, they just swapped sides of the map on 2 heroes. I don't know if they're hoping to find a kill bottom, but there's absolutely nobody there. Until now.
Okay,
well,
maybe
they get a little lucky. Well, who's on the receiving end, really?
Yeah, and he's got a shield rune and an Aegis. This guy isn't dying. I mean, maybe he'll die once, but how much
nice
is he going to pay for it?
Very fast, but yeah, no kill.
And he's not even going to lose the Aegis.
No, not even close.
And they're still losing the tier 2 on the other side. I mean,
at least Rue stole the Wisdom Rune.
It's true.
That's the little victories for Team Spirit right now.
Also, again, I don't know how he does it, but like Satanic, it has to be him. He's generating enough net worth that he is keeping... It does not feel like a 6k gold lead. It feels like PARIVISION is getting more off the map every minute that goes by, but that's not actually the case, at least in gold.
Right. It's the question of whether you can convert the net worth into damage.
Sure.
And Medusa is the one hero right now that can do that, but it's under the condition that the fight is very controlled, and that's where it's problematic, because the net worth on PARIVISION is extremely valuable. The pipe, just Chen being there with his auras, and it's going to mitigate so much of what Spirit set up with that if Satanic has to do all the damage, that's just not happening. Like, he needs the Pango and he needs the Doom to get in there and soften up the heroes a little bit so he can get finish. So he can finish off some of the kills. But, oh, this is a nice rune too. Parasma and Amplify damage. No one very strong in any upcoming engagement.
He's just getting
whoa.
Every power rune. Hurricane down to low ground. Malik, nice move there. His BKB is coming up in 5. He's got a whip. He's trying to keep himself ahead of
BKB TP here, I guess.
Yeah, most likely. Another unstable concoction headed his way. He accepts it, doesn't pop his BKB. This will be a nice bit of restraint, the fact that he doesn't pop it.
9 class missing that stun might have cost him a BKB charge. Not the biggest of deals, though. Almost completed Halberd now for DM. So a new problem being introduced for Dusa.
Yeah.
It would be a complete no-brainer to buy BKB if you were against the Nyx Facet plus Halberd. Now that it's just the Halberd, it probably feels kind of bad to spend that item slot and so much gold on that item. So I don't think Satanic will buy a BKB this game ever. And that makes this Halberd very, very valuable. Rue will die in a moment. Just waiting on Crystallis to connect here. And he's gone. Wow, thanks for the help, Crystallis. You actually didn't even damage him.
It was emotional.
It was nice of 9 class to wait so he could get some AoE gold there.
That's true. Aghanim's done for Satanic. Yeah, I mean he's bringing in money, but can he keep this going? Can he do this? I mean, last time I thought like, okay, it's not just Satanic. Malik is going to get a decent amount of farm on the Doom, and that really never came to fruition. This time around, like with the Midas and stuff, I do think he's going to get there, but is he going to be helpful enough? Because Puck scales up really big, right? Like that hero late game is a different monster than it's ever been in Dota's history.
Yeah, it's by no means a clear-cut win for Spirit if this goes to like an hour. Like even then, you're not guaranteed to win. Your team just has, I would argue, a better chance in 20 minutes than it does now, by virtue of the heroes and the lineup you've drafted and the pacing of the game overall. So I still think you are playing to hold out, but you don't have in the back of your mind, all right, chill guys, we just need 20 minutes and we're good. Yeah. It's never going to be truly safe. Brood can also choose to scale later down the line. Nyx can be a monster late game as a support. The right items, he can assassinate enemy supports at the beginning of the fight. Spirit,
who might come in really big.
They finally get the mid-tier 1 tower at 27 minutes. Medusa musters up the courage to go and shoot 3 arrows and then back to the jungle.
We did it, boys.
Yeah.
Like
Successful smoke.
It was such a big move from Spirit too. 5 heroes behind the Medusa, smoked up.
It's like you're really mustering, you're like digging deep in your soul to get the courage to jump into the kiddie pool, you know?
Yeah. I was envisioning the guy who's like talking to himself, hyping himself up in the mirror, in the bathroom mirror. He was like, come on, you can do this, you can do this.
Under attack.
And then it's to brush his teeth.
Oh, Rue, we've seen this one before.
Yikes. I mean, what can you do? You're going to be found at some point out on the map.
And the Doom is also going to get found.
Now this one...
BKB. Okay, they actually want to try and fight this one. Maposhka's coming in. They go for no one. Oh, they got him on the lasso and the Doom. That is a massive pickup. Maposhka does indeed come in big. He was the guy who was out farming all the other supports in this game, and he uses his net worth to find a clutch pickup. Unfortunately for PARIVISION, at least right now anyway, it did not turn into more. Oh, they found him. Okay, they got 9 class.
Damn, that's a huge moment for Spirit. Struggling to get much done, but this sequence here, that find on Puck is really, really big. That's half the lead gone.
Yeah. And he was also the one carrying the gem, which is part of that net worth swing, which allows them to be able to find 9 class easier. So they killed him with his own gem, basically. Technically, Ducalus's.
And it buys time. Above all else, just buy that time so you can get more progress in your lineup. 9 class now with the shard.
Bloodthorn for the Alchemist. That'll help deal with the Butterfly of the Dusa. I don't know if there's... At this point, I don't know if they ever actually want to try and focus down the Dusa at the start of a fight.
They can break her with Nyx, because he just got a shard.
Oh, yeah.
Then the Cold-Blooded doesn't work for 4 seconds.
Yeah, which is nice. It'll allow the single target for the Alchemist without having to get snaked.
I don't know if it's something they're even going to consider, but they do have at least something against it. Probably not necessarily on your radar as Nyx here, but I would like to say it's a good habit when you get a shard on a hero that has a mechanic like that to just quickly glance over the state of every enemy hero and be like, is there something, did this unlock a play? Oh, that's a good find.
Waiting Rift and Stable Concoction on 2. An immediate terrorize from Rue. Really nice reactions from him. The Stone Case goes out as well. But this Dusa is slowed down to a crawl. They're trying to bail him out right now with the Rolling Thunder. Hurricane trying to force him away here. But PARIVISION are still going to chase after him. An attempt at a Manta Dodge doesn't work. Satanic, Stone Gaze, and quick run away. They are back inside their base. A buyback from Rue. They're still chasing in deep here. Managed to get the Bloodthorn immediately. They do have the Doom on the Alchemist here, but it's the Dusa still has to back away. Got a stun onto the puck inside the base here, but not much follow-up. Team Spirit just do not feel strong when their Dusa has to back away. Every single time she backpedals, Spirit just really can't do too much.
They did get her out of there, though.
They did.
That was a spicy situation, and it's going to cost them a Rue buyback, but honestly, with how that fight started, that could have been game-losing, so...
And that'll mean Satanic will be able to pick up MKB next. So there's a nice damage spike for you. We're closing in on 6 slotted Dusa that may or may not be able to carry this game. We don't really know.
It's crazy. I don't know if you noticed in that fight. It's crazy how tanky Puck feels when it goes in, gets Crest, and gets Divine Favor.
Yeah.
Like, no one could play with a ton of confidence as long as Chen is protecting him. Usually you think about the Chen as a way of buffing up your carry. But giving a utility hero like Puck these buffs is really nice too. Okay, yeah.
And on top of the fact that Puck gets less intelligence items and more all-stat items, right? Like, you know, the build-up of Plasma, that gives you some all-stats and it gives you armor, right? 8 armor. He's got an ultimate orb built as part of his build-up.
It's not the Puck you're used to from 5 years ago, this one.
Yeah.
It's way tankier.
Yeah. And then just add in maybe a phase shift. You know, that's still a percentage-based heal.
If you dodge projectiles, it can be meaningful.
Yeah.
I guess you're always more or less going to be dodging a Medusa shot.
That is true. There's probably always an arrow coming your way.
It's a nice Roche pickup for PARIVISION. It is to be expected, though. Let's see if they can put this one to use. Now, Puck with an Aegis once more, so the really nice play that Spirit made in the top half to kind of bring them back in the game is now unavailable for 5 minutes. And the map is terrifying against this Nyx plus Puck combo, and a missing Alk can always be a part of it, too. You gotta be careful on Spirit. You see their position on the map. All 5 heroes just completely hid away in their base. So if PARIVISION wanted, could just expand their lead by just farming the whole map. They are looking for a potential fight here. 9 class being the main scout, of course. Sitting on that Dagon 3. Is there someone he can solo kill? I think he can kill Willow. He can kill Willow.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get Glimmer off, she'll die to him alone. I don't think he can kill Bat. It was probably close. 1600?
1600. I think that's probably doable.
What's his magic resist? 31. It's probably close.
It's just so hard to tell because Mind Flayer is such a weird deal where the percentage of the damage you've done in the last little bit. Hard to calculate all that.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he has Nemesis Curse.
Nemesis Curse. I was about to say, I think that swings it.
I think he can kill Bat because he has Nemesis Curse.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Before that, he had the tier 2 was Grove Bow, which is a sick one as well. All right, Basher for the Pango. We're getting to the point where I start feeling a lot better about Pango. There's this like early window of like, 10, 15 minutes. I feel, Pango's sick. And then I feel like there's a bit of a valley. And then now we're getting to the point where it's like, oh man, Pango's sick.
Yeah.
It's just rolling around, shield crashing and getting random bashes and diffuse a blade.
He's going to have a good window now, but when Puck hits 25, it's going to get rough.
That is true.
The Dream Coil pierces debuff immunity, obliterates Pango, and it's very hard to itemize against. Oh, Ducalis.
Nice initiation. Immediate stun on the Chen. Quick pick off on him. Takes a little while, but maybe not so quick. DM.
In the meantime, though, they kill Miposhka.
They
both
do.
buying back.
Immediate buybacks and TPs coming in. Oh, Malik trying to fight through that Linken's right now. Malik still has his Doom, but he has not had a chance to use it. Still silence. No one finishes him off. Linken's protects him from the Doom, and he managed to kill the Oppressor instead.
Nice
now
Manta.
Satanic, nice dodge, and a Terrorize. It'll hit on 3, chase them away, push them back from the Dusa. Do they want to fight? Again, the Lincoln stopping these initiations. Maposhka, he tried to get him. He broke the Lincolns with the Force Staff, but couldn't get the lasso. No one's just too quick for him.
And on top of all of this, Laurel escaped on like 10% after getting comboed by the Nyx. No one was going for the Doom at the same time. I wonder if we're going to get a replay of that. So you're seeing it here. Look at Laurel just get absolute chunked down, but he somehow gets out. If no one had focused him over the Doom, it's 100% a dead Pango, but then maybe Doom escapes, and it's one of those chaotic team fights. You just got to make a decision.
Yeah.
And he makes the call. So.
And personally, I think it's the right call. If Doom still has his ultimate up, like,
yeah, he's
and you have the chance to kill him, get him.
That's fair. Pango already expended his resources anyway, so let him go.
This is the annoying part about Puck right now. It's just, these guys are doing the right things. Malik jumped in. He has the purge from the neutral creep. He breaks the Lincolns. His animation is too long to Doom. No one is able to Waning Rift or Phase Shift or whatever he did. And then Maposhka does the same. Blinks in, Force Staffs, animation for the lasso, but no one already Phase Shifts.
Yeah.
It's just like they're doing the right thing. They're getting through the Lincolns and not using their big spell. They still have it, but they just still can't grab him.
I think you could argue that the right thing there was to not even look for fight, because there's Aegis.
Sure.
It's just... It's like, yeah, as you just explained, the decision-making tree of how to kill Puck is actually very difficult to reach the right conditions, and then if they did it, would it even have worked?
Yeah.
I think now that he doesn't have Aegis, I'm way more on board with the plays that you mentioned they tried to go for, because they're going to have major impact now. But in that fight, just killing him off the once, I think you get rolled over after. So... He did try it. The kill on Chen was quick, but the response from the side of PARIVISION was equally fast onto the... I believe it was the Bat Rider that just got killed in the beginning of the fight by Crystallis. No, never mind. It was the Willow, I think. And they both fought back, right? No, it was the Bat. Why do I doubt myself? I'm never wrong.
You're never wrong, Cinderin.
Never. Oh, Palace again?
Satanic. Leading the charge here, clearing out the vision, but they need to get to top lane. Amp damage.
They need to get there fast.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage really quickly.
The insatiable hunger with the facet.
Yeah.
The little babies that could. Almost.
Almost. Maybe they could still do it a little bit later. A tower's 92 HP.
I'll make a bold prediction here, Cap. I think that tower falls. Next.
Pick up on Nyx Assassin.
All right. A little bit of a find here. Spirit get out on the map. And they also bag a haste rune for Laurel. See if they can get some good use out of this.
God, this is going to be so annoying.
Yeah. You're going to have to deal with this top wave all the time, basically. Nyx has the Dagon 5, knowing 9 class the next up might be E-Blade. Then we're looking at him potentially being able to solo Pango and Doom.
Oh, PARIVISION, did they get the read on this? The smoke through, just not a whole lot of heroes were showing. And despite he has a really good high ground ward there at the top of the map to like kind of, you know, give him some safety, but
Radiant
DM is not fooled by that ward not seeing anything. He backs away. The smoke from Spirit finds no purchase. And PARIVISION mass relocate to the right side of the map.
Why does Puck have 3,000 health?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's crazy.
It's 2024, Cinderin. That's just a... That's an intelligence hero HP pool.
I take it back. I take it back, okay? Why does Puck have 3,300 health? He has the same health as Alchemist. That's...
Well, I think a better question is, why doesn't Alchemist have 4,000 health?
That's actually a good question. Should buff his strength gain.
He's almost level 25.
Yeah.
Dude, his supports are level 16. Satanic is also almost level 25. And that's a big one. He's got MKB and Daedalus.
Yeah.
So level 25 is going to be a lot to him.
He's starting to more or less cap out. So now it's a matter of whether his... Oh.
So close. Got him on the coil. Force staff. Took a lot of damage there. Oh, got a really good score against Crash the Terrorize. Now the Rolling Thunder on through the middle of it. They got the Doom on the puck, and they're going to catch the Alchemist as well. He's getting chain stun. He does have BKB, and he'll use it, try and get out, but the lasso is still available from Baposhka. Team Spirit, somehow they put it all together, not off of a lasso. Oh, 9 class got him. They have a stun for him? They do. They'll purge him off. Malik could have swung his sword at him. They got him in a bramble. Lots of options. But out of all the spells to set up a team fight for Spirit, it was the Gorgon's Grasp.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
I think they didn't account for it, honestly.
I think so too.
You kind of just forget that this spell is a part of the game sometimes. And what a big swing. Spirit will be the first to take barracks in this game. Can you believe it? And they're probably going to get in a really dominant spot off this too. Roche is up in 45 seconds. If you set up the map correctly, you might even claim that afterwards.
Yeah, the biggest downside for Team Spirit right here is there's still a tier 1 and 2 top and a tier 2 bottom, so you can't actually go a second lane.
They've barely crossed the river for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now they get to the enemy base first. All right.
It felt like just a minute ago they took the tier 1 mid tower for the first time.
Yeah, that was minute 27.
Yeah.
So.
Radiant are scanning.
All right.
They do immediately check for Roshan. They want a secondary objective off of this. Unfortunately, they're going to have to wait. PARIVISION may have the chance to contest. But as a result, that was level 25 on the Dusa. We now have an AC on the Pangolier.
Spawning in 5 seconds and they leave. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, they got a top wave they need to deal with. And you were correct, Syndrin. Astute as always, that tower does fall.
I knew it.
This man just knows Dota2.
I wasn't necessarily expecting the creep wave to do it, but, you know, it'll fall some way.
Some way, somehow.
No one needs to be careful now. Not only has Spirit shown an ability to catch him in these fights, but there's also a Hex now on Doom.
Yeah, now you're not relying
You're giving him
on
the Aegis, right?
Yeah.
I think they are.
Now you don't have some crappy animation that you're having to contend with. Now you could just do the purge to break the Lincolns and instantly sight them.
Yeah. And then you just do.
Yeah, then you just do. You don't have to raise your hands trying to cast the spell on him.
They will get the Aegis and Cheese here. Fortunately for them, PARIVISION. Was that Roche 2 or 3? That was Roche 3. Puck Refresher Shard in the backpack.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, it's probably better on him than on Crystallis, right? You'd think so.
Dude, that is...
Puck
really
25.
scary. He gets 25, and he's got an Aghanim Scepter. If he double coils in a team fight, that could wipe out Spirit.
Yep.
Do you think that Spirit should have
attack.
stayed at the Roche pit and just said, whatever happens, top?
I mean, it's so easy for us to say with the info we have, as far as they're concerned, that Roche could be, you know... It's just hard to predict what is going to happen with the randomness of that spawn timer.
Sure.
I would argue maybe they over-rotated top. I think it's fine that one of their heroes maybe goes there, but the problem is they don't have a connection point to the Radiant Roche side.
Satanic. Satanic has disappeared from view. They jump forward. They do manage to find him.
Uh-oh.
Focusing him down.
Uh-oh.
Bloodthorn makes it easy. No saves from Spirit nearby.
Ooh.
2,000 gold.
And his buyback is more expensive than that. And he's going to need it. There is absolutely no way this Dusa doesn't get forced to buy unless Spirit do the most ridiculous wave cutting ever, but...
He immediately stopped.
Yeah, the first person who wanted to attempt it gets cut immediately, stopped in his tracks. And the mid-wave is on its way. So once that connects to the Dire base, all hell is going to break loose. This lineup pushes fast. Alk, Chen, Brood. They're going to need the buybacks. There's just no way, right?
See how they put together the defense. They need to wait until he gets some sort of initiation. The puck went in. They do manage to hit him with the Rolling Thunder. They got him. Okay,
Just
can
got
they
him for
line up this
free.
Rolling Thunder and hit him on the respawn? They got him again! Terrorize goes out,
Oh, he doomed the
and he's
Lincoln.
dead!
It doesn't matter.
Okay, they got it anyway. They killed the puck. That's what they came for. Now Team Spirit pushes outside the base in hopes. Oh, immediate buyback from the puck. Laurel in trouble. Laurel is dead. They do have a buyback on him. Maposhka's holding on to his buyback this entire time. Disarm going to be used. Got a Hex. Gorgon's grasp lands onto the Broodmother. Immediate BKB is going to be used now.
Big damage.
Dooms.
Oh,
Bloodthorn.
no
Oh, they
detection.
don't have any detection. A Glimmer Cape, invisibility is invincibility, but the Dark Willow dies to just the coil. That Aghanim's coil does so much damage.
It was actually a trickster
Got
cloak.
Lasso,
Malik.
but the Spike Carapace stops Maposhka from pulling him back inside the base. 9 class. He reacts too quickly. Maposhka dies. Now Team Spirit getting picked apart. Trying to get 9 class here. Satanic. He chills for a moment. They bled out quite a bit there. They just need to slow things down, Spirit. They got a buyback out of no one. That is the upside. The downside is they have used a lot of their own.
Yeah, no one has slipped up a couple of times, and it's actually been instrumental in keeping hope alive here for Spirit. Dying twice there with the Aegis in the enemy base on the most elusive hero in all of Dota, together with Storm, is definitely not what he was looking for, but credit to Spirit, it's not just no one messing up. They're very quick to identify the possibility of getting something done, and maybe no one is just used to this working against other teams, right? But gotta respect the plays of the opponent, the possibilities that they have. They've already shown multiple times this game that they're capable of pulling off the difficult executions.
Dire's top barracks are
And
under
he's
And
gonna
despite
get BKB.
that was even despite dooming the Lincolns, right?
Yeah.
And now he wants another defensive eye. Okay, at this point, surely he's gonna live in the next fight, right? No? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, there's still the possibility of you just getting Blink Rolling Thundered when you don't expect it.
Yeah.
And that's enough time. Team Spirit have shown they can execute fast enough in just that small of a window.
But that's the thing about the Rolling Thunder as a counter. That is contingent on you being in their face. Puck can just backline.
True.
And whenever a fight breaks out, you blink, cast all your spells, jaunt out, and have impact that way. You don't absolutely have to keep your hero in the middle of the fight all the time, especially not when you have Ags. You're going to get that passive damage out. Bad Rider BKB now.
Dire's courier
Big news from Maposhka. He got hard countered by Nyx in the
Oh.
previous fight. Satanic loses Disperser. The courier got killed by 9 class.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
are scanning.
It's a pretty moderate amount of damage loss, but the utility
Yeah.
could end up being very important.
Alright. PARIVISION looked like they may want to think about high grounding without an Aegis. Did they use the refresher in that fight? I think they did.
No one doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to jump onto the Doom. Do they have the saves for him? Lotus Orb goes out, got a chance to use the BKB. No immediate Doom response, though.
Oh, that's not a great Stone Gaze.
Yeah, they're not getting too much out of this. Maybe the Nyx Assassin, but they really need to reset off of that one pickoff. They've used a lot of spells for that one support kill.
9 class turned around to get an Impale off, and then he got petrified. I think maybe that was possible to walk off with a Hand of God and a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah.
But I guess the Ghost Scepter was a cooldown, so it would have to be a Carapace. But the cooldown on Carapace is just so low. 8 seconds.
Cinder and why does the puck have 5,800 HP? Like, even
Why
if
don't we ask the frog in the corner what he has to say?
Where are you at, Frog? Answer my questions.
I'm not the biggest shield rune enjoyer as a concept. I'll be the first to admit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Although he's playing against Doom, so it's could just get purged off.
For sure, for sure.
But in some games, there's not a Doom in. Quite the majority of Dota games actually don't have Doom in.
That would be correct.
According to the panel, though, Puck is in every game. But Puck does not have a purge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Medusa is going to get a Moon Shard next. He already consumed his axe, already has a shard, has a disperser coming in. If he eats a Moon Shard, like, what? There's not much left. You could, like, buy a refresher and have it 7 slotted, but...
Yeah. You can start replacing items. Swift Blink could be interesting, I think. I guess... what do you swap for Swift Blink?
Just feels like other heroes got to step
Oh,
up.
you need to get there first. Miposhka, big trouble.
God, that coil is so annoying. BKB goes off, Rolling Thunder trying to catch the puck. He's already popped his BKB.
Oh, they're on the Deusa.
On the Deusa. Do manage to get
Not enough.
onto Chrysalis, and this time around, Satanic can't get off his Stone Gaze. DM does manage to run down Miposhka's Bat Rider, and they're trying to pull back the Deusa. The Stone Gaze extra movement speed is going to wear thin, but they do have the Brambles covering their tracks. Team Spirit get back to their high ground after dipping their toes out in the water. Find that the water is far too cold out there.
Yeah, should have dipped them in whatever sock it is Purge likes. I forgot.
What?
You needed to. Well, you needed to not be there. Actually, it's one of those. Be happy you weren't there. I also wasn't there, and I got the explanation, and then I still didn't get it.
Okay.
I'm sure. I think the panel will bring that up immediately after this game. I think Tsunami's first talking point will be, Purge, tell the story about what it is with the socks. It'll be there. And you'll be like, oh, I still don't get it. Just like me. Don't worry.
Somebody chat is really interested in that story. Broodmother. Gonna do some Broodmother things.
Yeah, well, that's
I don't know when the
underwhelming.
range barracks died, but that happened.
Yep.
We'll take that.
Aghanims on Doom.
Okay.
That could be their answer to Puck, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be a whole lot harder for no one to slip and slide in and out of these team fights if they're
Do they have a
AoE Doom.
Force staff? They don't, right? Not a single force staff on the Radiant, so they can't separate him from Doom.
Yeah, I mean, Nightglass has a ton of gold, but it's in Dagon 5 and E-Blade, so no utility there.
Yeah, what's he buying next? Refresher?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. That sounds... That second mana burn at the end of that combo sounds... like... Sounds like 4,000 damage mana burn or something.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
All right. We're preparing for Roche. This is highly likely the killing blow to either team if the fight goes very wrong. If it's somewhat even, we could be looking at another hour-plus game. We've had a couple of those this tournament. This is a very, very important moment. Playing for top 3, this individual game. And Miposhka fails.
Jump. Tried to catch DM, doesn't work. PARIVISION.
All right, everybody missed.
Yeah.
They missed Gorgon's Grasp, they missed the lasso, and they concoction stunned themselves.
It did hit, in a way.
I mean, you're technically right. That's cool. I respect that.
That's kind of right, you know?
I respect that. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. 25 for Laurel.
Radiant's courier has
Rolling
been
Thunder
killed.
cooldown for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He actually wants a refresher. He's going to be balling out of control.
DM will take care of mid for a brief moment before heading back to bot, and maybe that amount of time is too long. He needs to connect.
I really like this. Spirit needs to do this because the other lanes are pushing in. They got to force a reaction. They got the coil on the Bat Rider. Miposhka is in trouble. He's going to die to the coil again, but they do manage to get the jump on Decisive, and now the Doom is on the puck. They got it. Just what they were looking for. The BKB is only going to last so long. He gets bashed up, and he's dead inside of that Doom. Media buyback from Decisive and no one. They're resetting back to their outpost. Remember, this is a Radiant side Roshan. So, PARIVISION, they have an advantage here for the next 50 seconds.
How do they keep finding no one with Doom? It's crazy.
Jumping after the Bat Rider.
Oh, it's a dieback.
Die again. He's going to take out the Bloodthorn. Surely, DM doesn't even need to finish him off. Crystal's a little bit low, though. Satanic, he's trying to hit DM. DM's just life-stealing off all of that damage, and now he's been slowed down. The Heaven's Halberd is lasting so long. They're trying to hit everybody else but the Dusa. DM, he does get stoned up, trying to get in front of him with the Stone Gaze right now. Doesn't quite make it, but DM can't make it up the high ground. Can't get away. Another buyback going to be used. Now the Doom's going to use the buyback. They have the Terrorize. Hit the Alchemist. He's going to die to the physical damage, but so does the Dark Willow. Turn around, Mana Burn finishes him off. A 5 versus 3 Team Spirit. They have to back out now. Their top lane is being pushed in. They don't have the numbers to stop this any longer.
Oh, Roche is going to swap sides. This is going to take a little bit of extra time. This actually really sucks for PARIVISION because they just wanted to get this Roche quick and then go push 5v3. This is another like 20 seconds down the drain.
Yeah.
And really good news for Spirit to at least get their heroes back alive. That was a scrappy fight and it was costly for PARIVISION. They had to use so many buybacks.
And look at dude, the damage.
They bought back the puck as well, right? So they bought back 4 heroes. They bought back everyone else in 9 class.
Yep.
In that one fight. So they need this Aegis, and they need to not make a mistake in the coming fight too. Now no one will have an Aegis, so
I think the Roshan swapping sides may mean they actually can't go high ground.
Yeah.
Because it's just
they lost
do you
so much
really
time.
want to do that when Satanic does have his buyback and your cores do not? That sounds like a recipe for you just losing the game.
I mean, you're not even going to make it there in time. The waves are just that bad. They could have maybe made it just barely to the top end of the base now when bat respawns, so they would have like 30 seconds of 4v5. But it is awkward. They're going to just settle for some more farm. There's an Ags now in Chen's backpack. Might want to do something with it.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's holding on to it for either the Nyx Assassin or the Broodmother. Which one do you like more? Spinner Snare or Burrow?
I
feel like maybe just setting up a fight around Spinner Snare. It doesn't sound
Yeah,
too
they're
bad.
putting it on Nyx for now. Maybe he's carrying it over to... Are they actually using him as a courier? He gave it to Nyx so that Nyx can... I mean, he's probably just going to use it after Vendetta expires, right?
Probably.
But it would be funny if Chen's like, all right, your turn. It's like the 100-meter relay.
You are the courier now.
And Nyx is now going to bring it to Brood, and Brood's like, nah, I don't really want it, and he's going to bring it to Chen.
Looking around, but Team
He's hoping
Spirit.
to find something, but Spirit just hiding in...
3 minutes, Cinderin, until we get to tier 5s.
Yeah, very likely prospect. But it's also likely that the game could just end here with a well-executed jump. Satanic offering himself up, but obviously fully protected by the teammates right behind. Puck will try to get info.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they needed... I feel like that Radiant scan inside the base was entirely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Miposhka gotta jump on the Nyx Assassin somehow. They immediately follow it with the Rolling Thunder, but it looks like with the aesthetics cap, not good enough. He dropped the gem as well. A lot of gold, a gem. That's gonna be it, but still a lot for Spirit.
You could argue that 9 class just went to the most dangerous part of the map aside from the enemy base alone. This is the one place that Spirit have had access to in the last 2 minutes, and he just walks up there on his lonesome and gets jumped. Yeah. That's the one place they could have had an Op Sentry, and he went straight there, trying to find a straggler, maybe somebody out farming Ancients, but Spirit are good enough to not put them in that situation.
I feel like with 60 minutes, it would have been a good idea if they actually made a coordinated 5-man move,
100%.
Cleared out the vision, got their own vision up there or anything, and just said, okay, now we own the triangle. They can't get 60-minute items as easily. But instead, the exact opposite happens. He dies. Spirit get more ground, more area to place down vision if they want to, or have it.
DM ends up denying the Amplify Damage rune here with his Spiderlings. They didn't feel in a position to go and take it, so they could have also had access to that rune. A little bit of butterfly effect here.
Oh, does the pickoff on Nyx's Assassin turn into a pickoff on the Chen? He is smoked up right now.
He's almost 25 on Ducalis. That's actually a really big talent. Hand of God Strong Dispel.
Yeah, yeah.
Could combo break some of the plays that Spirit have going for them, so he would really love to get there.
Oh, look at the great vision he's getting down.
Sometimes you gotta get creative to find creeps late game. We'll let the Satyr bros farm it out for him.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, nice! Spirit took the top tier 1 minute 59.
Okay, the final tier 1 tower is
What
down.
year is it? Do you remember we had that patch some years back where you always took the offlane towers and never the safe lane towers?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
he has 10,000 gold on Satanic.
that's a lot.
What are you doing with
Well,
it?
he's queuing up Rapier. I thought Swiftblink was going to be next, but maybe he thinks the Rapier will be the solution. And there's the Ags on Doom. It's starting to get spicy now. Double Doom on himself.
Level 25, so it applies Mute now, so you can't even BKB afterwards.
Yeah. Force Staff is the item now, actually, for the side of PARIVISION, but are they going to realize in time? They can afford it on the Nyx, I think, but then he won't have buyback. Chen can afford it and have buyback. He is rich.
Okay.
He has 6,500 gold on Chen. What the fuck? Buy something, man. There's the Strong Dispel, by the way, unlocked.
9 class still hasn't used his Aghanim Scepter from Roshan. Do you think he is doing that intentionally so he has lower net worth, so his buyback isn't as costly?
Maybe.
Is that how that works? Like, I assume.
Yeah, he doesn't have the net worth until he consumes it, right?
I assume so.
Maybe he does, actually. Let's do some quick math here.
I don't know.
I think he has the net worth from it, right? There's no way that inventory is 25k.
Well, then I don't know what he's doing not consuming it.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe he doesn't know that, so.
Maybe he doesn't know he has the eggs.
Maybe that could be true, too. Maybe it got put into his inventory. He doesn't even know.
Maybe he forgot he has to use it. Maybe he's like, nice, I have eggs.
Guys, the burrow isn't working.
Oh my god, could you imagine he loses a fight in the game because he didn't use the eggs?
Imagine like 5 minutes from now, he pauses the game. Bug.
You are the bug. Tier 5s. We have a giant alchemist.
A giant Doom.
Looking like a boss from Lies of P, walking around menacingly through his own buildings and doing nothing. Puck has the one item he wanted to find, Mirror Shield. But now, unfortunately, the Doom is AoE.
True.
So, probably not going to do as much, but it's nice against the Lasso. On the side of Spirit, Searstone Bad Rider is S tier. Dusa gets herself Force Boots, so now she's actually fast. Pango with the Magic Lamp. Doom is very big.
Yeah, looking like a boss out of Diablo 2.
Yep. I don't think I've ever seen Doom stand up there. Oh my god.
My thrift rewarded.
Tremble before me.
Yeah. It's Lord Kazakh standing on the high ground.
Seer Stone for the Dark Willow. More Seer Stones.
All right, anyone's game. This is when everybody loses track, Cap. Pirate hat under Callus, though. You love that. He's gonna
Hell yeah.
dig up a storm.
Dig,
Use
dig.
it.
It's so much gold, man.
Okay.
There he goes. Damn, 144 each. Man be digging. He's going to get himself a Scythe of Ice next. Apparently, 9 class is deciding. Time for some conjecture. What do you think he's choosing between?
I think the best item he can choose here is probably Book of Shadows, if he has that option.
Okay.
Second best might be Searstone, perhaps? Searstone or Force Boots, I guess. Because he can use Force Boots on allies. So it's a way of saving people out of the AoE Doom.
Yeah.
He'll take the Book of Shadows. I like it.
Okay.
This is a way of protecting whoever Doom goes on.
Yeah.
Buying those precious seconds and maybe finding a way to slow him down and get them out of trouble.
Or some way that you could move an ally somehow. He's got 5,000 gold. Just buy the Force Staff.
Yeah. You'd think Force Staff would be good here.
Slipping up the side. Doom sitting on the high ground. Oh, he got bumped down by the Waning Rift. Immediate Rolling Thunder. No one quick to retreat from that one. I think he already precast the orb, blinked up, and jumped to the orb. Everybody's got buyback. 12,000 net worth. It don't mean a damn thing at this point.
Time to prepare for the Dire Roche.
Ducalis rocking the double gems, just in case somebody has double invis.
He's role-playing. It's because he has the pirate hat.
Ah, right. He's
running around with the booty.
Mm.
He's got the banner as well. He found all these 3 items together in a random treasure chest.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
Dude, it really bothers me that 9 class has this much gold and 2 empty slots.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But he might not have buyback if he... Wait, how much is his buyback? He can afford a 4-staff, actually, if he wanted to.
Smoke is going to break on 9 class. Immediately try and push forward, see if they can find him. They got the Doom on him.
He BKB Carapace!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, this Doom looks terrifying.
Dude, it's sick.
Book of Shadows plus Self-Doom. Wait, was that Book of Shadows? Wait, did he offensively book him with Nyx? I guess he did. It's a 6-second cooldown.
All right, Roshan goes the way of PARIVISION.
Wait, it's an 8-second cooldown. Why was it 6 a moment ago? Did he have Arcane?
Divvying up the booty.
Whatever.
Yeah, probably. Dude, that freaked me out there. I hit enter to look at some of the past stuff in the game pause, and I was like, shit, did I do that? Never forget the Finno pause.
That's a great key to bind to pause, is enter. I definitely think you were right to be concerned.
Satanic's building up, back up Divine Rapiers. He's got almost 12,000 golds. He's level 30.
Chen's gonna buy a Hex and also have buyback. So another utility item coming out.
They have 2 Hexes and a Bloodthorn on PARIVISION.
All right, 9 class is gonna say, screw you guys, I'm only protecting myself, and he buys an Eon Disc. So still no force, right? I'm not being dumb here. You can force stuff, right?
Yeah.
Out of the Ag's Doom, despite him having the 25 talent.
Yeah, the only way is if they had a Nullifier too, which they do not.
So who's level 30?
Dusa.
Puck and Dusa only.
And Puck.
Okay. Because we are approaching that territory where that can also be a game decider if one team has more level 25 talents than the other.
Yeah.
But currently it's even.
I mean, no one is...
Not quite, actually. The supports have 25s on PARIVISION and they don't on Spirit.
I think you're getting to a point where no one should consider, you know, like, he's going to upgrade his Blink Dagger. That sounds good. But, like, maybe it's time to just go more physical damage.
Yeah, Daedalus would be nice.
Your coil thing. I mean, it's miserable, man. Watching Maposhka get coiled and then Puck getting these free hits on him and he just dies. Can't do anything to do it.
Yep.
Didn't it used to, when you broke the coil, it stopped attacking you?
Yeah, it was a buff that Puck got.
Yeah, why? Why'd they do that?
Puck wasn't always this good. Puck has been in and out of meta. So
I thought that was a nice, you know, you talk about trade-offs. I thought that was a nice trade-off. When, you know, you get Ags coiled, you have to make the decision, do I stun myself and burst damage, or do I just tank these hits?
I agree. I would rather nerf it some other way.
Yeah.
Or buff it some other way, that is. But
well, we weren't waiting for Roshan, apparently. Or because we've had the Aegis for 2.5 minutes.
Maposhka, but the Nyx counterplay. Oh my god! Mission failed.
Wait, they got the Doom on the Puck! Okay, now they're
He burrows
on top
and he
of the
can't
Nyx.
do anything.
He's burrowed, he's stuck. Now the Puck is going to come back in. Satanic immediately pops the BKB, perhaps a little bit too early. DM is taking a lot of damage, though. He gets a little bit of heal, though. Terrorize. Oh, almost got him. Phase shift dodges that one. A second Doom has been used, and he blinks on top of the Puck. They stick on top of him, and the Puck is going to die. Now trying to chase after the remainder heroes. Do have to be careful. PARIVISION, everybody in this game, they are going to have buyback. They already got the Nyx Assassins out of him.
I hate to harp on it, Cap. But a Force Staff there would have been real good. Really, really good.
I mean, okay, so in case anybody is, we're talking about him Force Staffing like the puck when he.
Yes.
We're not talking about when he gets doomed Force Staffing, because
can't do
obviously you get muted.
Yeah.
So.
They have 0 Force Boots, right? Because that would have been an option to solve it. But I don't think anyone has that item.
Chrysalis sees something. Got a Spinner Snare. Lotus Orb will protect Malik. It looks like he's going to walk it off. Meanwhile, the Rolling Thunder hitting the Brood Mother.
Hex on Satanic.
Hex on Satanic.
No
but
follow
they
through.
don't follow it up. They do have a coil action. Maybe they will follow this up, but they're playing it slow.
Oh, he's losing a lot of mana.
Follow up side. Now a
He's losing a lot of mana.
Coil. He breaks the coil. He's buried down all of his mana. They terrorize, push away the Alchemist. Force Staff getting Satanic. Another one back into the base. Awaiting Rift jumping after him, but the Deuce has already healed up a significant amount of mana.
He was coiled twice back to back, and only no one hit him. How was nobody able to connect on that aside from him? That's crazy.
Scared, man.
He just got out. Okay, well, that's really good news for Spirit, I suppose, because Puck bought back, and you know what they say, Puck dies every fight.
Right. Common phrase. In Dota.
Yep.
Interesting.
Got him on the Spinner Snare.
They're gonna force forward here.
Oh, they're cutting the wave. Wait, Chrysalis coming forward. Not sure what to do here.
And to dodge.
Stun on a 9-class coil, holding in the Rolling Thunder Pango, but it's the Doom. Immediately pounces onto the Nyx Assassin. They're going to chase him down. Nyx won't be able to outrun this one. Satanic turning back in, looking for more. PARIVISION.
They trade 1 for 1, but the Nyx does not have buyback. So this is a 5-on-4, 2 minutes. PARIVISION will want to dodge fights now and just push out the lanes.
Yeah, my question is, does Team Spirit feel like they should push out and force things here? Because it would be very understandable if they don't feel that way. I mean, they have 2 heroes that do not have buyback now.
Hard to say. I don't think you just siege high ground and win. I don't think it's that easy and obvious. But if nothing else, you want to push out the lanes and get a better setup for a secondary game-winning play that is not the high ground in that case. That could be getting a good offensive ward that you're going to catch someone on or whatever. Maybe they can do it, though. I'm not saying it's out of the question that this could be a game-ending push, but it's not that easy to break the base in 1 minute 5v4.
But Poshka did make the call. He drew the line down mid.
They're being forced to make a tough decision here by the Brood.
The coil immediately goes off, goes after Glimmer Cape, trying to protect the Bat Rider.
Okay, well then that's the coil out of the window. He has a second one with the refresher.
They're actually just going to try and end the game straight up, but DM is ratting them right now. Can Satanic do this fast enough? No one. He's going to pop his BKB. Meanwhile, Malik went back to deal with the Brood Mother. Got him inside the Doom. Rolling Thunder is being wasted by the coil here. Quick refresh and maybe a second one while the Brood Mother is getting away. Satanic is being left alone inside the base right now, but the Ancient is dying fast.
Is he going to get it?
Satanic's going to be able to finish it off. They can't stop
he actually got it.
Maposhka, the 2-time TI winner, says